Oh.
Hello.
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 Hello,
Oh.
my friends.
Hello.
That took me a second.
Hello.
Hello. I'm a
It
cup.
has gone awkward silence now. We must be talking.
Yeah.
I am Cup. Hello. Are you Cup?
Sure.
I Cup. I see.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
You P.
What the fuck?
I
Get the
Cup.
fuck out of my house.
What I do in my backyard's none of your business. Leave me alone.
Your backyard?
What I do in my backyard, I thought you were gonna say what I do in my backyard pool is none of your business.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. It's crazy. It's crazy happening right now. Hello,
I
everybody.
can pee in my pool whenever I want.
We
That's
are
the beauty of having a pool.
we are having our next episode of Fate Days Lost. We are going to be jumping into the room. Everybody's excitable today. We're gonna have our first ever combat encounter, which may or may not be long or short, depending on how things are. This will be an interesting one. If it goes on a little bit long, we'll see what happens. If it does not go on a little bit long, well, that's expected with this guy. That being said, we're gonna jump into the room. Hiya. And you guys get to see the surprise. Look at the surprise.
Judo chop.
Look at all the dice towers.
Look at all them dice towers.
And everyone
Look
can
at
see
all
those.
chickens. Yeah, I can see them now, which is great for my eyeballs.
They can't. Some of them couldn't see the ones we have here, which suck because these are very good dice towers because they have like the little dice tray beside of them and everything. I just have to find a dice tray for them. It's not that bad, not that big of a deal. I'll give them a dice tray to go with whatever dice tower they want. I've already told all of them if they want one of these dice towers, just let me know and we will delete your dice tower and we'll drag one of these down there to it.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll have that probably settled and done with by next time. So they can have whichever tower they would like, whichever one they would prefer. That'll be super fun. No, have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of annoying tabletop issues, I need perms.
Oh right. Here is your perm. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Jen. Anyway.
Whoa.
They can hit the second tower. They hit the Pentagon.
They will only have one tower. No one's gonna have two. That being said, there's nothing else.
What the fuck?
What?
What is happening?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. We will only have one tower. That is the only thing that has changed as far as the room is concerned from last time. So we are going to jump right back in with the recap. Who wants to tell me what happened last time?
Lynn, do you think? Yeah, you were typing
Last
up.
time, on Fate/Days Lost, our intrepid heroes, our heroic spirit, Esper, and 3 chuckle fucks found themselves sitting at a bar counter manned by literal children.
You
Still, Michael found it in himself to chat up the girl, as in maybe 8 years old, girl behind the counter, since apparently that's just proper etiquette or something, wouldn't know. So anyway, turns out her name is Lena, which is precious and all, and she's got the sitch on assassin. So we have the sack man, well, had, past tense, high five Myru. Then the hat man, grandma, and the devil. We get hat man's name, bow bow by the by, and quickly rule out the devil being, you know, actual Satan.
What?
Mostly on account of being a scarecrow. Old Lucy has been many things in many tales, but the guy's vanity definitely precludes shambling about in a burlap sack.
It's not the devil from the Bible.
Anywho, Michael opts out of asking Lena her number on account of cell phones not really being a thing yet, and for no other reason I'm sure. Instead he swears an oath upon his blood and flesh to see her wishes fulfilled in a very normal way. Then we leave.
You do in fact
Then
leave.
we go to the bridge, for reasons. Michael's reasons. Which he is not telling us. Nick decides he wants to climb the bridge kind of just because. Then his buddy, partner, the guy he showed up with said no, because that would be stupid and why would you even? And y'all think I'm weird. So anyway, soon as Papa Buzzkill buggers of, I pulled out my rope and hook and went up the bridge. Because it's okay when I do it, you see. Except it actually is. Problem being that then the giant child, who I honestly struggle to believe was actually with the clergy at some point, decided this meant he had to do it too, so he did, and Stray had to chaperone him. I guess it worked out, but wow, this big guy is a problem. Absolutely no impulse control.
Says the one that did it first.
Moving on, so we found a feather. It's white and makes me ask a lot of questions. But let's worry about that later. For now, time for me to do a dramatic reenactment of what probably happened with Michael and Myru bottom side. Myru probably asked Michael something like, so hey, you've been real cagey about basically everything about what you're doing here, why you need to be at the bridge, and who the contacts you very obviously have and aren't being forthright with are. You planning to actually fill us in, being I literally let you into my house and we're in this together? To which Michael simply responded, nope.
Damn.
Pretty sure that's how it went. And after that he likely deflected with something like, oh hey, is that a distraction? It is. There's a guy with a gun and a hostage, we should go check that out and return to this topic never. Then they did. Then all I really know is that now Myru is standing in front of a guy with a gun. Papa Shades jumped up from behind the railing to dust some skeletons, and the big dude Meteor jumped off the overhead bridge, so all of China, I mean Japan, knows we're here. So guess this is happening. Here goes.
All right. Good job. Anthony or Squeaky, do either of you want to reiterate a little bit more on what happened with you guys on the bridge?
Mir did kind of confront Michael, and he did deflect, and he never gave a straight answer, but he caved eventually, stating, no, that what we're doing here won't help all of us in the immediate, but it will help me right now, so help me find help me find the thing. I think more or less. I think we found it, too.
You want to tell me what you found in it?
An old ancient Roman piece of plate mail, or scale mail, however you want to call it. Just a little chunk of armor. There, it's magic. It gives me a +1 AC. I found it in a hole, and I don't know how this is supposed to fucking help me. I'm sure it means something, and it's a clue, but right now, I just, I thought it was gonna be something different. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be something completely different. So, good with the bad.
Gotcha. But yes, good job, everybody. Good job. I will give, let's say, 2 glamspirations. Here you go, Lynn. You can also have a Go coin.
Yay.
There you go. And over here, we'll give 1 glamspiration over to Anthony. And why not? 1 more Go coin. Bam. There you go. Good job. You can change the glamspiration to whatever you want, or you can keep it glamspiration. It's up to you. But yes, whenever you guys had jumped through here, there was a confrontation with the person who is standing off in front of you. There was a gunshot being showed over toward Miru, who Miru was doing very good at being a distraction. showing that there is quite a lot going down, calling this man's many different things, implying a lot of things that would not go over well with a manly man in the 80s. But you know, that's just, you know, who cares? We do what we want. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of things that would not go well with people off, the manly people off in the 80s. I was told that I could use this, and we're gonna do it. So let me grab it.
Oh God, what are you doing?
I was told I could use it. Hold on, we have to jump into this room so I can grab it from there. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Going back into the other room.
You done?
Well, Logan said that I could use this month, so I'm using it. There we go.
What are you using?
It's the little spinny pride heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's over the grill like it's a fucking what do you call it?
You're
Like
right, it
a
should be in the
Mario
grill.
Star.
You're right. It should be in the grail. You're right. Perfect. Alrighty. With that being said, with all that being completed, you guys came in. There was a bit of a scuffle. There was a jumping down from the very top railing by Nikolai. There was a arrow being fired by Actaeon that was given to them by Ami. It grew to double its size whenever it struck this man's and destroyed his shield. And I think that that's a good enough signifier of the battle having started. I would like for everybody, since we got to the end of the first little surprise round of combat, I would like for everybody to roll me a straight d20, add nothing to it.
Okay.
A straight D20, do you go?
Roll me a gay
On
d20.
Pride Month?
Roll me the gayest.
Okay.
Roll me the gayest d20 that you've ever seen.
Okay.
I want you to flick your wrist when you do it in like a very nice way. A little flick of the wrist. Little flick of the wrist.
That's a 6.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Oh nope, that does not count.
A 6 and a 9. Let's go.
Yeah.
That did not even go in the tower. There we go.
13.
What'd you get, Lynn? You said
I think it's stuck.
3.
3.
Oh no, it's there. There it is. It's 4.
You guys
It just
had some
landed
great rolls. You
perfectly
guys had
straight
some
down.
wonderful rolls today.
Yeah.
All right, so we will move Ami to the very bottom with a 3. We will move Nikolai to just above that with that 4. Oddly enough, Miru did beat Lafayette because Lafayette rolled a 5.
Well.
You got a 9, so you're here. Michael, what did you get again?
I rolled a 13.
Thank God.
I don't think I understand.
Michael, you aren't going first, but you at least are going. You're at least going before the majority of the forces that are happening today.
Oh, cool.
So that's good. That's good. The initiative is as follows: the Skeleton Lancer will start things off, followed by Michael, followed by both Skeleton Sabers, followed by Actaeon, followed by Miru, followed by Lieutenant Lafayette, followed by Nikolai, followed by Ami, and then we will go to the very top of the initiative where something may or may not happen. We will see. That being said, after you jump in and start doing the things you're doing, Michael, you see that one of the shamblers is beginning to move. Since you have jumped forward and you got rid of some of the skeletons, you are a threat. However, you are not an immediate threat because, again, so far all you've done is do priestly things, and they don't really have minds. They don't really have self-preservation. So unfortunately, the skeletons are not very interested in you. They are interested in the giant thing that fell from the sky, though. So you will see that this Lancer will move over here. Miru, The Lancer will be moving past you. That being said, with them being as close to you, I believe that I would like for you to roll me for your willpower, please.
Willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Willpower.
Willpower.
Where is my dice?
Willpower.
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 Willpower. 18.
You are fine. You feel that something is off with them being as close to you as they are. It seems to be very much a strong feeling that's around you. I'm actually going to make them bigger because they're very large. As they pass by you, you feel some kind of a magical or some kind of a spiritual presence, but it doesn't seem to do much to you. It will then take its secondary movement, and it will get to Nikolai. These things are apparently very fast. The Lancer in particular, very fast. I wonder why. That being said, it did take 2 movements to get to you, Nikolai, so it is not going to go full ham on you. It is, however, going to get 2 attacks in on you.
I am ready.
You find that as you land, this skeleton Lancer rushes in your direction, holding the lance in front of itself, the spear in front of itself. It begins to do 2 quick jabs in your direction. The first jab. I will copy this D20 because I want it, and I want to bring it over here so that I may use it. I will roll for both of the attacks immediately. One of them is a fail, as it strikes you, not realizing that you are made of pure absolute metal. The second one, however, is going to be a strike at a point on your armor that is relatively weak. You will feel the pain, but again, it's not like it's going to destroy / hurt you. You are correct! You are correct, Lim. Before anything, we should decide how much fall damage you took whenever you jumped down from the top of the bridge.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So Nikolai, would you like to roll me for your resistance, please?
Sure. What is?
That is a +1.
That's +1. All right. So let me see if I can put it in the invisible dice thing. 11 plus 1 equals 12.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Because of that, I will roll. We'll say, yeah, might as well. We're gonna roll.
You're gonna have to show me how this
2d10s.
health thing works, because I'm gonna have to decrease my health.
This will be something that we'll do here. I'm gonna roll 2d10s. We're gonna add 2d10 plus. I believe I had it written down last time. Yes, it'll be 2d10 plus 2 for every dice, so that's gonna be 2d10 plus 4 altogether. You are gonna take immediately. That's a pretty high roll. You're gonna take 15 damage immediately.
All right.
So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna go over to your shield here. You're gonna click that button, and below that you're gonna push -10.
Minus.
No. You click the shield, and then say change shield value. Down here. No, right there.
Right
You keep going back up.
Right here?
Yes. It says change shield value, does it not?
No, it does not.
It 100% should.
Oh, wait. wait.
God.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Minus
I
10.
think I see it.
Hey.
Minus 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then enter.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, if you had one of the cards the others had, then that would be the end, because the way that the squishies work is that for one time only, when they lose their shield, they will not take any health right after. However, you are not one of them. You will be taking an extra 5 damage into your HP. So go over here, click your HP, and then go down to -5.
Minus 5.
Sorry, chat. We're having technical issues, specifically pepcake errors.
But yes, that is how you take damage. That is the amount of damage you took. You took a bit from jumping. I don't know how tall these things are, but my God, probably a lot less than you should have. But you're big strong mans. As you jumped and you
I
landed,
am the pride of Russia.
as you jumped and you landed, you dodged one of the spear strikes. You will take another spear strike, however, and you're going to take a d6 plus 2. So I'm going to roll that as well for the attack.
All right.
You're going to take 6 more damage. Minus 6.
Minus 6. Okay. 29.
At this point, that is all you're going to take. The Lancer cannot do much of anything else. They do have a special thing where if they hit you twice, they can do a thing. I doubt that's going to come into play today because he's not going to get a turn for a while. So we're going to go to Michael.
Yep.
Currently, the Skeleton Lancer has just rushed over to start fighting Nikolai. You have the mans in front of you that has stumbled back at this point after getting shot by an arrow and then shot by yet another arrow. There are the 2 skeleton sabers that are not sure what they're doing. Again, I will probably make them larger because they should be.
Skeletals. Tough call, this. If I punch this guy, I might get surrounded. If I attack these 2, I get shot in the face.
You are decently sure that since these are summoned units, if you do go after the summoner, which you expect is this one, they will come in on you.
1, 2, 3, but I could deal a shit ton of damage to the summons. These undead.
You could attempt to do damage to them. You could attempt to do damage to him. You could attempt to do a lot of things.
Can I get Akka behind me?
They are currently tied to the bridge.
Who ties someone to a bridge railing? Okay.
This man.
Yeah, I know, it was rhetorical. Can I free her?
You could try. They are not tied with any chain or anything. They are tied with rope. It looks like nice rope. So it isn't something you just pull out, but you could take an action on your turn to attempt to untie it.
Yeah, she needs to get the fuck out of here. I don't remember if she's a non-combatant or not, so...
Go ahead then, and if you take one of your actions, one of your 3 actions, we'll go ahead and assume that is any one of these you can use. So let's just do study, since you'll probably do less study than anything. Go ahead and roll me for your technique.
Guy doesn't even have good knot technique. Shameful Yakuza wannabe.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna use this dice tower. Look at it go.
Yeah, just gonna use this one.
It's a 19.
Oh, what's the stat again?
Was your technique? Technique.
It was that's a 22. That's 22.
You immediately go down and you just start completely untying this rope like it is absolutely nothing. It's, like I said, it was a nice rope. You might keep that rope.
I might strangle him with it like a garrote. I might hang him off it the other way.
As you untie it, basically with just like very minimal effort, it's like, but my knots.
He just undoes it. He just doesn't even look at him. Just says back, sloppy, amateur.
Finally. Still your turn. You have 2 actions left.
He just looks at Akka. You're gonna fight. You're gonna run.
I'm not running. Not after all that.
Also, he just cracks his knuckles. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. She's probably mad. These skeletons need to go because she's about to fucking rip this guy's throat out, I think. So I want to get rid of these skeletons. I can't do I guess I could try the exorcism attack again. I don't think I'll kill them instantly, obviously, but it works.
Definitely. You could try. The exorcism attack will not work as well as it did last time, where you just took out all 3 of them.
Fair. I could just focus one down, then I guess, if fire or attacks would be more.
You could.
That's a problem. Decisions. I think I'll do some. Fuck it. I'll do some fire damage. 2d6 fire in the area in front of the caster. Roll magic enemies with a plus shape 4 square area.
So
Have the
if you look over toward
gloves,
here, a 4 square area would be any 4 squares that are touching. So you could do these 4 squares, for example,
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah. It says 1 range, but I think my gloves and my and rosary both give me more range. Gloves, 2 hexes, so I think I can hit them there.
1, 2, 3. Yep, you could do that from where you are right now.
Sick. Let's do it. Rock and roll.
Okay. You are going to cast some spells. The more I think about it, the more maybe we should just do like a green was your first one, and then they study you here. So
Yeah, it makes more sense to my brain.
if you're using 1 magic, that would take away 1 of your triangles for this.
Yep. Yep.
I would like you to roll me for your ability, please.
I'll use the red lantern one because it's red and it makes the number impossible to see. Oof, that ain't good.
That is a 6 plus your ability. That is a 9. Let me check
9.
their stuff. You're in luck.
Oh, really?
You're in
Okay, I
luck,
guess
you
that
see,
makes
because
sense.
these are summoned skeleton warriors, summoned by this man who is the best mage of all time. So
Their
of
AC
course
is
he gave
directly
them.
proportion-
So of
Yeah.
course he gave them so many defenses. They have an AC against magic of 8. So we're gonna do some damage to these things, I think.
Let's see. The damage is
2d6 fire damage in an
2d6
area.
fire damage.
I don't think your glove or anything does any extra damage. You can change that damage into holy damage if you like, which
Does that-
may or may not be
Yeah.
something that they are weak to.
I mean, they're undead, so yeah. That's happening.
Okay.
Holy fire, holy diver. Where's my D6? I put it over here.
Where's your D6? There it is. Let me copy it for you. Oop. There's your 2d6.
I'll definitely put them in the tower, because that works. 5.
That's gonna be 5 damage, which turns immediately into 10 damage because they are weak to that. As they both erupt in holy flames, you see they're both still standing, and now they have both turned over to you, but they don't look great already.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And
I
it's
still
up
have an
to you.
action.
You have
so
1 action left.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm
Okay.
gonna burn on the mana.
Go ahead and roll me ability.
Or is it here? It is. I'll use this one again. Yeah.
That is a hit with your ability.
10.
Roll me 2d6.
It's holy again. 9, 18, holy damage.
18 damage. You look over after untying them. You stare at this man's. You don't even look at the skeletons. You just put your hand out and you snap twice as a holy flame erupts around both of these two twice and destroys them. Congratulations, Michael. You have made up for the fact that everybody rolled shit in their initiative by getting rid of everybody between them anyway.
He's just staring at the sky. He just thumbs over his shoulder at Nikolai. They can have that one for fun. We have to have a conversation.
We are going to go to Actaon. Actaon, you look down, you see that most of the skeletons are now gone.
Uh-huh.
There is the Lancer that is fighting against Nikolai, and then there is the person that is in front of Michael and the woman that he just untied. Before your turn, I would like you to roll me for your... We're going to say luck.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and just do this real quick.
I'm going to give you advantage since you are an archer, because this is something to notice something. So that'll be a +3.
Cool. Yeah.
Roll me one more time.
And one more. Okay, so that's 21 total.
That is a 24, I believe, total, because you got a +3 there, and then you have your... Oh, wait, no, it's luck. You're correct.
Yeah.
And it's a 21 total. Back down. You know that you aren't the only people on the bridge. As you bring your bow out, ready to fire again, you feel a presence shift about the bridge. You sense another servant nearby.
Oh, well.
Maybe
heck,
it's the same. Maybe it's the same thing that you have felt around before. They're not here, but you feel like their presence is here. You can use that information as much as you want, but apparently there is another servant at least nearby.
Interesting. Okay.
And you feel that presence basically from all around, but mostly when you're looking over at this man's.
Okay. Do I feel like it's originating from him, or
No.
just like
Wherever the
Okay.
servant is, you're in their influence, but they're not
Gotcha.
here.
Okay. All right. Not sure what to do with that, so I'm just gonna heckin' keep on a truckin', I guess. Shoot mans or shoot bones? That's the question. We'll shoot mans.
Yeah,
Because I feel
shoot
like
mans.
Nikolai's got bones.
You
I feel like you
bring
can just rip the bones apart.
your bow out to shoot mans. Go ahead and give me a shoot man's attack.
Roll for shoot mans.
Roll for shoot man's.
Fate Days Lost, shoot a man.
Should just be your agility.
Yeah, my agility.
If we don't win the spelling bee, I kill the skeleton.
That's a
No.
plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's 14.
You would feel that would be a hit.
Okay.
However,
cool.
before you roll, would you like to attack again?
I mean, sure.
Okay. Your second attack, roll me again.
I'm assuming there's something to this. I'll roll again.
You feel that
15.
also would hit. You do not have any more arrow attacks that you can do at this point.
No.
Who's next in initiative before I say anything? Okay, so Ami, this actually is very good for you because you're at the very bottom of the initiative, so you would notice this. Because if you were next, I was just going to see what you were going to do. Act down. Whenever you shoot at this man's, you do find that he doesn't notice you shooting at him. He's too focused at the people in front of him, and he's like, shit. Seeing that his monsters are gone. As you fire down these arrows in rapid succession at him, they should have hit him. But they stop right before hitting them. Where's the one I wanted? That's not the one I wanted. Is this it? Yes.
Oh.
They seem to stop right before striking him as he goes, ah! You feel something was in the way. Some kind of skill was just activated. And for a brief moment, you see something like a shield appear in front of this man. Not like a magic shield, like a physical, actual shield appears in front of him. Cassie! The two arrows that you fired into the shield seem to disappear and almost like they sink into it, as if they were collected by the shield. I'm going to write down the results of both of those attacks real quick for later.
Okay. I think seeing that, he would probably yell down to Michael and everybody else, just like, "There's a servant here."
You guys are all brought up to speed. Apparently there is a servant here.
Just looks this guy over. Really?
You
Tricky
have-
things, I guess.
You have one thing left to do in your round.
Don't really know.
You could use one of your white ones here to attempt another arrow shot. Technically, you hit with both of those arrows. So if you wanted,
both of those arrows.
if you wanted to, you could change targets over to the skeleton, and because you hit with both these arrows, you could do a finish if you'd like.
Oh, I have like a redirecty thingy.
A redirecty
that I
thingy?
forgot about. Is that what you're saying, or no?
Oh no, the white ones here, the white AP you have here, they can be used in place of any of the other colors. They just get spent at the end of the turn.
Okay.
So if you'd like to use this in place of a red one, you could then do one more final red attack. And because again, you hit with an attack, and then we're gonna say you did a combo, you can then do a finish.
Okay.
If you'd like. So you could either do your finish shot or your finish archery, if you'd like.
It would. I don't have any normal arrows left, so I would have to use a big one.
If you use archery, it says here, fire any arrow you expended this round again as if you had an extra of it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll do that.
You're going to do finish archery?
Yeah.
So you're going to do the attack command, which is a fire piece of ranged ammo. You're going to do attack command plus 1d20 damage with an increased crit range of 2. So for you, that would mean that you would be able to crit on I believe, a 17 or higher? Or is it a 18 or higher? No, it'd be 17 because again, attack has the increased crit range by 1, and then finish increased by 2, so it'd be 17.
So it'd be, yeah.
So yeah, aim at the skeleton and roll me an attack.
Let's throw this little extra one in.
+2.
Sick.
That's gonna be a +6 altogether. I wonder if you're gonna hit this tiny itty bitty skeleton man. That is a 1.
I didn't.
What's tiny little bitty skeleton man?
I didn't hit tiny little itty bitty skeleton man.
Oh, wait, you.
You find that as you fire, once again, it almost feels as if something is ready for you, Actaeon. As you fire another arrow, you feel like you may be literally fighting the worst servant possible for you.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
As an arrow flies down toward where the skeleton man's is, it seems to hit some kind of a shield and again gets absorbed into it. Whatever this person is, they are apparently very good against archers.
Well, I really hate that. All right. And I guess that's it. We can't do anything else.
We are going to go to Miru.
Yeah.
Miru, we were just you had just been told by Actaeon, or by Stray, as far as you guys would understand. I mean, you would know.
She knows.
you of all of them know. You have just been told by Actaeon that there is a servant nearby, and you also see all of his arrows getting completely absorbed. As again, up at the top, where Ami is, you just hear protection from arrows. Annoying.
Oh. If magic doesn't work, and arrows don't work, how far can I move actually?
If we look over here at the basics thing over here,
I think it.
you can move 3 hexes of movement for your turn without using an action.
3 hexes.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 1, 2, 3.
You can get about there, yep.
Well, if if magic is subjective and arrows aren't working, I have to get closer.
Remember, we are also going to assume, because you are one that hasn't chose your red cards yet, we are going to assume that you have strike for this combat. You can change that if you'd like at any point. Currently, you haven't chose any of the blue cards to be your magics, but you can, again, just decide that at any point if you wish. And again, we're still looking for your green cards as well. So if you wanted to, we could say you could get dash, which would give you an extra 4 hex movement action. But that is up to you.
I could probably just use the dash.
Do you want dash?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to give you one of your green cards. One of the 2 you're going to get is going to be dash. That is going to make it to where instead of your dash action being 2 hexes, your dash action is going to be 4 hexes. So you can go an extra 4. You can go an extra 4 hexes with your basic movement, or with your extra movement now, if you'd like.
Okay. Boop. 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 Punch.
You're going to go for a punch? That's very good. As you rear back and go for a punch, you are going to find that the woman beside of you, I was going to do this if Michael did this, the woman beside you seems to bring their hands up and seems to cast some kind of spell. As they do, you see that your arms, right before they go for a punch, seem to get reinforced.
Punch.
I would like you to roll me with advantage. You're going to be rolling for your power.
All right, hold on. Roll with advantage. Punch.
That's a 19.
19. Advantage.
It's an
19.
11. Do you think that punching is going to be something you're going to be doing decently a lot?
I don't think so. It's just right now there's nothing else she has.
We will assume then, for the time being, like I said, that you will have access to the strike card, which is right here. So we are going to have you deal 1d4 damage to a target. So go ahead and roll me your 1d4.
1d4.
Yeah, unfortunately, they can't go on the dice towers.
Yeah.
I mean, they might work with some of them. Who knows? We'll check it out later. It's going to be 1.
They work with some.
You were going to be adding another d4 because of the reinforcement magic. Another 4. And because of the reinforcement magic, you're also adding your power. So that's going to be a +1. You are going to be doing altogether a 6, I believe, altogether.
It's a 1d4. So a 1 plus a 1 and then the 4. So 6.
You rush forward toward this man's that shot at you. You see the arrows sinking into the shield in front of him, and you just as the shield like disappears from this man's perspective, all he sees when the shield goes away is just a woman rearing back with a glowing fist and punching him. As 1 strike in. 2.
Do I still have 1 more action, or
you have 2 more actions? Oh no, you have 1 more action. You have 1 more action because you ran.
Dash took an action.
Yes. Yeah. You have 1 white AP, so you can do another punch if you'd like, or you can cast a spell with your blue AP, or you can run back with your green AP. One or the other.
I'll use the white AP to punch again.
Okay. Now that we're doing this where it's like an actual part of the combat instead of what Actaeon just did, you can decide at this point, because you did just hit with an attack, you could do your combo if you'd like. The combo on strike is basically just you do the attack action 2 times instead of 1.
Yeah.
And if you hit with this, you gain back a red AP. Unfortunately, that's not going to really work very well with you in this round because you're out of actions. But if you ever decide to do that from the beginning, you'll get a red AP back. But use this card attack action twice. Roll me for another punch attack, please. Again, you still have advantage because you are reinforced. That's for the damage.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh yeah.
That is a 9.
9 for the first one.
Is a 13. Altogether 14. That will also hit. Roll me 2 d4s, and we're gonna add your power. And let me give you another d4. Oh, that's a 3. Go ahead. I'll give you this one for if you ever do it again. 3, 3. That is 6 plus 1. That is another 7 damage. And you're going to do one more attack. Because the combo lets you do it one more time.
So I just roll it. Okay, so it's D20 again?
Yep. And you still have advantage because you're still reinforced.
It's
an 18.
18.
See if you crit.
Almost.
Miru hears this man is protected from arrows, and it's like, he ain't protected from these fists.
He protected from these hands.
Here's your other D4. Go ahead and roll them both.
Yeah. 4 and 4.
There's an 8 plus 1. That is another 9. You walk up and you just mercilessly beat this man who tried to shoot at you.
I'm the monk Tifa wishes she was.
There is a initial punch. He jumps back, tries to grab his gun. You punch him again, and then with a third reinforced fist, punch him a third time. He's not looking great.
Damn.
As we are then going to go to his turn. Lieutenant Lafayette is going to look at the current state of events. As he does, he doesn't want to leave the skeleton behind, but he also doesn't want to die. You see him look to the 3 of the people in front of him. You see him look to his gun, which is so far something that he has not been able to pick back up after Actaeon shot him. You see that the skeleton, he's looking at it as if it's something precious, as if he does not want to leave it. He's like, "Nah!" However, he will lift his hand up, and you guys see what appears to be a red mark on it. Cassie, get me out of here! As you guys see a red flash of light from the back of his hand, you guys see a mark similar to the ones all of you guys currently have access to. As he calls that out, act down. You no longer feel the presence of a servant. As this man's gets the fuck out. He does leave behind his gun, though.
Sick.
Quick question. Is the Lancer still active?
He is. And again, you guys would have noted, he would have been looking toward this skeleton as if it was something very valuable to him.
Oh.
Since that was Lafayette's turn, we're going to go to Nikolai.
All right.
Nikolai, there is a skeleton in front of you, stabbing at you. The master of this skeleton, as well as the presence of a servant that Actaeon had just called out, seems to be gone, but the Lancer is still fighting you.
I want to break him.
Go ahead. What do you want to do?
What I want to do. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Ami.
Said something. Hang on, this says something.
Capture that skeleton if you can't. Oh, he's already swinging. Okay.
I want to break its skull with my bare hands.
I mean, you could not.
These things are sturdier than things. The only reason they exploded as easily as they were before is because they were getting hit with holy damage.
That's true, yeah.
They're decently sturdy. Most likely, this thing would not be captured without a fight either way.
Yeah.
Would you
Knock
like to
it
use
out.
strike or smash?
Smash.
Okay, go ahead and roll me for your power. And as a reminder, when you're using your iron hammer, you are going to be, it has the heavy property. So you are using your power with a bit of extra. So you're doing power +2 currently, so a +6.
Cool. So we're gonna add some of these.
Go ahead. Nice,
2,
nice.
1. So +4.
You're gonna have a +10 on this attack. Use any of the dice towers you can see.
I choose this one.
Go for it.
Don't fuck me now.
Come on, Solaire. That's a 10 + 10.
Oh, that's a 10.
That's 20.
That's an unnatural 20.
Oh, that is true. You also have on the Iron Hammer Overwhelm. I forgot about that, which means you would add a D4 to that, but you already hit, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
So, with that hit, they will take 2d8 weapon damage. So let me get you an extra d8 to use. Boop, boop. These two.
Three and 3.
6 damage. You find that you bring your hammer down onto this thing. You see fresh cracks appearing in the skull of this creature as it looks like almost as if he drops the spear, but he is standing resilient. You fought skeletons before, Nikolai. They usually go down after one hit. This thing is very sturdy.
You do not break easy. I will have to be fixing it.
Are you going to go for another attack?
Yes.
Would you like to use a combo of one of your 2 red cards? You could either use your strike combo, which will let you do the attack command of strike twice and get back 1 red AP, or you can do the smash combo, which will attempt to knock the target into the air, so he takes double damage for the rest of the round. And no, chat, he does not have smite. He has crush. So yes, technically you could use your combo crush if you'd like.
Okay. Let's. What did you say that? Hang on. What did we say?
You could
the
also
strike
use
one
this
did?
one if you'd like.
Oh, crush. Okay. Gives your next action advantage overwhelm. Send any number of AP on command. All right, yeah.
Basically,
Let's
this will
do
make your
crush.
this will make your next attack be a lot bigger. Basically.
But there might not be a next attack. Since the
No,
die
you're about
ran.
to do a next attack.
Oh, okay.
So
Then
this
crush.
is if you look up here at your AP counter here, what you would do is if you're using the combo here, you'd use your green AP here, and then you can put any number of AP into it in order to give yourself more D4s to hit with, and then you can use the finish with your last red.
Okay. And where's all the AP that I would
This
have?
one, this
These
one,
three?
this one, and this one.
Okay.
Would
The
you like
blue
to-
is a temporary thing, I guess?
Nope, the white ones are the temporary ones. If you spend these, they don't come back until after the combat.
Oh, okay.
You could use all 4 though to give yourself 4d4.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, you're
I
gonna
am a
use
big,
your.
crazy man.
You're gonna
so-
use your crush. You find that when this thing is not breaking, you're like, I'd like it to though. You chalk up on your hammer. You do a big like swing back. You're gonna also gain an extra overwhelm or advantage. Would you like to have an extra dice to roll, or would you like to have a little bit of extra damage on the next attack?
Damage.
Okay, that'll be another D4 we're gonna add to it. Because you already have overwhelm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be added on to that. Would you like to use the finish of Crush?
Yes.
Slam your weapon on your opponent, dealing 2d12 plus half your strength and damage. So roll me for the attack, please.
All right. And that would be
A D20?
Oh, yeah, a D20. So let's just do it here. I don't feel like taking it all the way over. 5. unfortunately.
Roll me one more time.
I don't even know
14?
if that rolled.
That will be a hit. And we're going to do your D12, which I think is not that one. It's this one. So you're going to roll me 2 of these D12. We're going to add 3 to whatever you roll here. And then we're going to roll all these D4s over here to add to it as well.
All right.
You love to see it.
Do
4 and 5.
9. Then add in these 5 D4s.
One, 3, 3,
11.
2, 2.
That is 23 total damage with this attack. As you guys see, Nikolai hit once with this thing, a look of somewhat surprise on his face that it doesn't go down, and then you see him try. As he jumps up on the hammer, swings back, almost hitting the ground, and then slams forward down onto it. You see the skeleton in front of him basically completely shatter. As it does seem to leave behind its spear.
Yeah, start.
But that is the combat. As we will then go back to here. And we'll go Riverlands actually.
That was faster than I thought. Yoinks the gun off the ground.
Ami and Ackdown, do you guys want to make your way down?
Yeah, I'll jump down.
I have stick.
There it goes, and yep, there's the spear. Climb, 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 swing, climb, swing, climb, swing.
When he looked at the skeleton in the way you described, would I have been able to see, like, if he was looking at the bones themselves or the weapon, do you think?
He seemed to have been looking at the weapon. As you get closer to it, as the 3 of you are surrounding this thing, you would find that
I'll jump down and use arrow to catch myself if I can.
Heck yeah, you can do that easy. You jump down, you activate your wind magic right below you as you stop your fall, so that you don't take damage like he did. But yes, you guys would take note that whenever you're close to the spearhead here, you would find that the spearhead is completely coated in gold.
Ooh, very pretty.
Not only is it coated in gold, it is a very familiar looking gold, Ackdown. You see that it seems to be, as it peters out around at the end, it almost looks like the gold plating turns to dust as it goes a little bit up the spear.
Oh.
You recognize?
It looks like that gold dust we keep finding in Mira's house.
Are you the one stealing the food?
You start smashing the bones more.
It's dead. Twice.
We'll see what Lynn's gonna say here, and then we'll move over to the other 2. I'm not sure he did this, but something tells me this was imbued with a servant. Keep some of the bones. I want Ruler to look at it.
All right.
Fine. I keep bones.
Start picking up some of them.
Miru and Michael, you guys would see that, again, the person has dispersed in front of you. The woman who is standing at this point would make their hands go down. You would note that once they're no longer concentrating Miru, the magic that is coursing around your arms seems to disperse as well. Thanks.
That's no fun. Oh, of course. What's that supposed to do? Just walk away?
I must be losing my edge.
He just like kind of looks over and back, then like does a double take, like, Not sure. That you
Are you
know what?
alright?
We'll talk later.
What'd you say, Mira?
Yes.
Are you alright?
For the most part, yeah. She like seems to rub her face where you see that there is a bruise potentially from the attack you guys heard earlier whenever you ran up to her.
Cure.
You bring the magic forward, and there is a noticeable change in the bruise as it does seem to disperse almost instantly. As you hear from the background, "Hey Shades, that your girl?" He
No.
wishes.
Okay, I'm trying to. You didn't have to be that mean about it.
That was loaded.
Did you pick up the
Where's-
gun, Miru?
I thought Michael picked it up.
Oh, okay.
Like,
You pick it up.
yeah. Jeez.
Michael,
Right,
you'll take note as you pick up the gun that again, looking at it, most people would check it whenever they would pick it up. You check to see if it's loaded. You open up the bottom to see how many shots potentially are still in here. There are 3, and you would take note, just like with the spear, these 3 shots seem to have some kind of a gold coating over them.
The hell? They gilding? What? People gilding bullets now? I didn't think the economy was in that good a state.
They're for other things.
As that's he puts the magazine back. And
They're
just
for whatever
safety's
this fight is going on.
on.
Either way, did you find what you came here for?
Found something, but you're gonna have to give me a little more insight as to what the fuck it's supposed to be.
How am I supposed to know?
What do you mean? How are you supposed? You put it here.
I didn't put it here.
Were you-
These are from the family. These are what the family puts places.
Oh, were you the one he called on the phone last night?
Yeah. What was it? 10 years and no call, and first one I get is, "Hey, what can you do? What can I do for you? What can you do for me?"
Oh dear.
Sounds like you were at the Vatican way too long.
Way more than 10 years, but that's not the point.
So you
And it's not-
are his girl.
It's not like that.
I'll
That's
have
not
to-
our relationship.
I must
At this point,
disclose
I'm just
he has slept
assuming-
in my bed.
Bloop.
What does that mean?
I must disclose ahead of time before anything deepens. He has slept in my bed.
That's you. That's not the right words you used to describe what happened last night. You have multiple bedrooms.
Look, it doesn't matter to me what you did with her last night.
It doesn't matter.
It's good to see you either way.
Hot pot.
Yeah.
You're a lot
It's-
less scrawny than you were before.
Thanks.
Just making an observation.
Yeah. And you haven't aged in a literal 17 years, Aka.
Do you really
Well,
not? Never mind.
you grossly overestimate anything that I've been told about this place, and that's these last few years.
I
So-
guess they don't. I guess they wouldn't have really wanted to tell you anything until you came back, huh?
No, and I like the fact not like those church assholes told me anything. They kept sending me everywhere else on Earth. Anyway,
I don't know. What was that? 10 years, no call? There's a history to a job like that.
And you're still in a school uniform.
I am older than I look. But I wouldn't be very good at my job if I wasn't able to look like this.
Hmm.
I don't think that Michael was told, but I'm supposed to be a body double.
yeah. Not told that. No. I gotta be honest. Kind of feels like I should have.
I've been preparing for that role for quite a long time to protect the princess.
You still let people call her that? All right.
I be sure to call her that every day that you're not here.
You're also fun.
But yeah,
Not let her-
before
No,
I was too old for it. But she's been steadily growing, and I have basically been able to do my job. At least I was before all this started.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being
Okay,
said,
so yeah, there's a lot I need to unpack with that. So that guy.
yeah, he's from a family that recently popped up around here. I'm guessing he has the backing of one of the mage families as well.
Well, can't be that many left, right? After 4 years of motions around. whatever
Problem
this
is, I don't know much on it. If they do have the backing of a mage family, I'm not sure which one it is, other than the fact that he, like you just saw, has a very powerful spirit around him.
Guy had a command seal on his hand.
Is that what that was?
And he
Yeah.
used it, didn't he? Isn't that
Yeah.
what it was?
That's Lafayette. He's a lieutenant in the family that's been taking these streets over, from what I understand. That isn't the first time I've seen him do something like that.
Lafayette doesn't sound like he's a native here.
No, he definitely came from overseas.
Still dresses like one of those wannabe gangsters.
Pulls out notebook. Wanna spell that for me? Yes, it's if they spell it. If you look over at the combat tracker, yeah, thank you. It is Lafayette.
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 Exactly.
Lafayette sounds like a kind of pasta.
Lafayette.
Yeah.
It's me, Lafayette.
I remember you from Chuck E. Cheese.
Alfredo Lafayette.
Alfredo Lafayette.
Yo, literally, just call a character Alfredo Lafayette. It's just an Italian family.
I
Jesus Christ.
want to call him freaking Alfredo. It's me, Alfredo Fafale.
I want to fucking kill him.
Alfredo lasagna.
It's me, Alfredo Lasagna.
It's a me, a pizza pasta. Anyway.
Oh no. Anyway. Either way.
Spaghetti linguine.
It's me, spaghetti linguine.
Well, now every member of that family has to have a name like that.
Oh no.
Oh no!
It's me, ravioli.
It's me, ravioli.
They're just called the Astapasto family, and each one's named after a noodle.
Astapasto family.
Someone write this down.
Write that down, write that down.
Somewhere in the archives.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh. And the most dangerous boss, Garfield Lasagna.
He was cast away from the family for his nefarious deeds.
He
What were
also
those deeds? Cannibalism.
You're fun too.
hating Mondays.
Either way, I was making my way here to see if I could check on the drop before getting to you. I was actually going to leave something there as well for you. But then I was ambushed. Again, I'm losing my touch.
Yeah, work on that. Can't have you disappearing too, like everyone else.
Well, unfortunately, this bridge is a little problematic.
Don't say.
There was a powerful spirit that was living here before. Whenever it was here, it was dangerous to even come close to this place, but from what I understand, it seemed to have left, but its presence still remains.
Left. Nah, push the mirror in on me. You can thank these two.
Oh, yeah? You have some powerful fists. My reinforcement magic usually needs to have a weapon. I thought I was going to be bringing it onto your shirt, but your muscles took it in quite easily.
I
Yeah.
work out.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell, but I didn't exactly think you just go straight for the fist.
Right then, got us some info on Shielder. Excellent. Master is a necromancer. Also, anyone else think it's weird how often kidnapping comes up here?
Yeah, I don't like
Shielder?
that theme.
Is that what that spirit's called?
Maybe. Well,
It makes sense.
it could be either shielding, whatever. It could be a lot of things. His name is Cassie, I guess. Well, whatever it actually is, who knows?
I keep hearing him and some of the others call them Cassie. Yeah. It sucks. A lot of our men haven't been able to do much to them. Whenever they first showed up, obviously there were gunfights that would happen, but every single one of them are completely immune to gunfire.
Yeah. Well,
From what I saw
look,
here,
well-
those arrows seem to not really work too well on them either.
Yeah.
So you gotta get up close and personal with them. Understood. That's what we got Big Man for. So that should be a problem next time.
From what I understand, that Cassie of theirs, they don't show up very often. If that's what they are, if they're whatever the shielder is, then maybe it makes sense. I'm guessing that since you're calling them that, it has something to do with this war, right? Yeah, real annoying servant, personal skill, protection from arrows, going to make the job a lot harder, but nothing to do for it.
Yep. We got a correlation between this nightmare the city's stuck in and the servant war thing. Where the fuck's going on?
Well, I can tell you one thing. They're apparently scared of something. Those guys who have this blessing or whatever from Shielder, they keep getting worried about a different one of those spirits. I think they call him Berserker. Anytime I hear them talk about something called Berserker, they all run off. It's as if they want to make sure that they're not around whenever he's here.
You are just a wellspring of knowledge, Aka.
That's about all I got, unfortunately.
It's a lot more than we've been getting. Well, we've only got a little bit here and there, but hey, these guys are scared of Berserker. With a name like that, I'd be scared too if I had to ever deal with it.
Currently, I'm just trying to make sure that things are relatively normal, at least for things going on right now. As you can tell, they motion to their outfit. As you can tell, I've been going to school, trying my best to keep pretending to be our lady. We don't know where she is though.
Yeah, school, that's still a thing that happens here because as far as I can tell, children just keep getting snatched up.
The high school is extremely active. I'm pretty sure one of those spirits are there somewhere. Or at least one of the ones that summoned them. But as long as I continue to act as I'm acting, then hopefully that gives Our Lady a little bit more time. Whether she's hiding or she's captured, I can at least confuse the enemy.
There's so much I want to ask. But,
I don't got a lot of information for you, unfortunately, Michael. We're all have been in the dark in this for the past 4 years. We've just been trying our best to move on as much as we can and try to limit whatever's happening.
David.
Do any of the servants not go after kids?
It's a weirdly consistent thing so far. It's not great. Not a fan.
I don't know if they're going after any of the kids at the high school or if that's just where they're stationed. If they are someone involved in this war, maybe they're a master that went to that high school. I don't know. Again, I don't know much about it beforehand. I wasn't in the know whenever all this war stuff started. I didn't even know much about magic until the family picked me up.
Same. Yeah. Crazy, right? But in any
Right?
case,
I'm guessing over to act down, right?
right. So we came in for the drop, but you said you had something. What? You still got it? Did he take it from you?
I was just gonna give you a letter. He did take it from me.
Shit. Well,
It was from me anyway, so it doesn't matter much that he took it.
well, it's bad enough he hit you and tied you up, and he stole from you.
He tried taking
that's
whatever I had on me. I didn't have much. He threw my books over the water, though. She looks annoyed down. I just gotta deal with the teachers. Most of the people at the school are acting relatively normal, which by all standards here is odd, obviously. A personal
Just leave
letter?
us
Or,
over.
a personal letter? Like, you're not even trying to beat the allegations.
Why are you so fixated on that idea?
I was mostly going to tell him to stop using the number that he called me with and use a different one.
He's the only phone in the house. What do you want from me?
You scared the hell out of me whenever you called me on that phone.
I'm sorry. That was my phone.
No, it's not. The phone that you called from is fine. Just don't call the number that he called.
I don't have a list. They don't give me a phone book. You know?
That's what I'm saying. I was going to give you a different number.
All right, good. We can write it down later. We have a place we can hold up for a minute.
Okay, stop
But
freaking out. A direct line right to you.
He just sucks an air through us. He's like, I've met some very interesting people. They're very helpful.
Seems like it.
Mm-hmm.
We are, luckily, thanks to the, I guess you could call it an enchantment on this bridge, we are mostly able to talk without much of a problem. That being said, I don't have a lot of safe houses in this place anymore. Most of them have been raided by those spirits. Well, not those in particular, but different ones as well.
Yeah, some don't just get up and walk around. So, can't trust nothing.
Right, things have been raiding your hideouts?
For the past 4 years, all the different hideouts of the different families, ours included, have been mostly taken for their resources. We're connected with a magic family, if you haven't already guessed. Because of that, we have a lot of books, as well as a lot of reagents and things of that nature inside that are very, very on demand for masters and servants. Decently sure that if we have any safe houses left, they're not the ones I know of. I'm hoping that something inside of one of these drops can lead us to one.
I can't recall most of them off the top of my head. It's been so long. And even then, I don't know if they've already been raided or not.
Unfortunately, that's the one thing that I am worried that they got. Like I said on the phone, I was wanting to tell you about a few of the other ones that were around. Obviously, I put them in code so that nobody can immediately see where they are, but they took the letter, which means if they do have somebody out there who's decently able to read code, they might be able to find the ones I was trying to point you to. But I pride myself in my own codes, so it shouldn't be easy to decipher them.
Do you want to tell us where they are now and we can check them out?
Definitely, if you want. I know of 3 that I'm decently sure that Michael doesn't know about. And like I said, while we're on the bridge here, I don't really have to worry too much about hiding anything. As long as people aren't within earshot, we don't have to worry at least about most of them. You don't sense any other of those spirits around? Do any of you... He's like again, mostly looking over at Nikolai as they're saying this. Like, you don't know any other ones other than yours here?
Michael just kind of coughs and goes out. He just motions over to Actia to Stray.
My job is to be big and look kind of scary.
You have 2.
You just see him just like shake his head very slightly, like, no.
Honestly, I don't even think I believe that anymore.
Oh, just him. Did you see what he did to that skeleton, though?
I am aware of what we all saw.
He jumped from the top of the bridge.
I don't know. Nikolai is just different. I don't know what to tell you. It's insane. I honestly am glad he has our back.
You should
It's
see what
like
he.
playing on Jungle Gym. We do this all the time back in Russia.
That might also be
He's just
why.
like the fun fair. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, looks over toward Actaon. You don't sense any other of those spirits about?
Not anymore. As soon as he disappeared, the feeling left.
I don't know who this Cassie is, but they are basically again in hiding. Maybe because of that berserker servant. I don't know, but every one of the ones of that family who have access to him, all the ones that I've seen use those red whatevers, they all seem to have talked about someone named Cassie.
Oh, so there's multiple masters then.
I don't know if the one that we just saw was the actual master of the servant or not.
Doubt it.
I think he's just, again, a high up in the family. Whatever they're doing, however they're using those red seals, you called them, those command seals, I don't really know. Perhaps they're using the reagents they stole from us or some other kind of magic given to them by this Grail. I don't know. Again, I didn't know much about any of this before it all started. I wasn't supposed to have any information on it. I wasn't anywhere near it.
Well, look at that fucking lack of foresight, I guess.
Like, I'm just saying, I've never seen him outside of that armor, and the armor might be shielding his status.
I have seen him outside of his armor. I don't know how I don't know if he can get out of it. He can't get out of it, right?
I cannot.
Yeah, okay, we gotta.
Actually, funny
He's
thing,
stuck.
Nikolai.
Crazy game. Yep.
We are at the end of a combat, so I would like to go over everybody here. If you would like to, I would like for each and everybody here to choose a square on their sheet to get rid of.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly which one to get rid of.
What is
I was
this thing here on my
Which thing?
table? The little sword.
It's a little sword.
What is that? What is
It's
that?
just, I guess, just a blank item
It's a
token.
little sword. Don't worry about
Oh, okay.
it.
How
Just
do
a
I?
thing.
How do I?
We'll-
How do I?
We'll
make
get in
it
a second. We'll
turn?
get in a second.
Just middle mouse button, scroll wheel.
Which one are you guys, or the rest of you
Okay,
getting rid of?
thanks.
That one there. Okay.
You did it.
That one there.
Yeah.
Which one, Miru? That one there. Okay. Ami. That one there.
Squire.
Okay. Let's check and see what you guys get from it. What you ooh and ah? Oh, you already checked.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Another plus minus dice. Do-do-do-do.
More stacked.
Ba-ba-ba. Copy. You guys doing it without me? You guys
No.
unlocking
I forgot
them
it was
without
kind
me?
of
That
a
was
ceremony
coming.
that we do it on
No,
camera.
no, it's fine. You got stats? Oh, fuck yeah.
No, I haven't done it yet. Sorry.
Oh, you haven't done it yet. You haven't done it yet. Okay. Do-do-do. Boop. And boop. Oh, there you go.
Hey. All right.
You got
Bet.
another. You got another one of your white AP.
Ooh.
Nikolai, you got this one. Let me see what that one is. Boop. Plus minus dice for you as well.
Yeah.
These are very fun. I like the plus minus dice. They're very versatile.
Okay.
Da-da-da. Ami, where's your that? There it is. It's blending in. I did not see it for a second. Boop and boop. Another plus minus dice. What's that? You want a plus minus dice too? Everybody wants plus minus dice. And Miru. Bloop. Oh, and you got a magic. Let's go.
A triangle.
A triangle. One of those.
Geometric.
One of those tried angles. Very nice, very
Holy
good.
shit.
All right, good job, good job. By the way, Nikolai, when you are asked about if you can take them off, You're like, no, I definitely can't take them off. And then you sort of shift in the armor. No, wait, you can take it off now.
Oh,
Oh.
never mind. It appears I can remove it.
What?
I remove
Also
a piece of the
messages.
armor.
You see him go over to
Oh.
the like the gauntlet on his armor and just sort of take it off. Like, oh yeah, I can do it now.
I
Okay.
can shower again.
What was that, Lynn?
Messages.
You need a corrupt church official to hand seals out to randos. Looks at Nikolai and Michael, which is extremely likely. Clergy suck.
It's true.
I have seen
I just
a
do my
priest
job.
around here that may have something to do with it.
Great. I hope I never worked with him.
We'll have to see. I don't know if they're someone who would have done something like that, but at the same time, you never know.
I learned that there ain't a lot of good people in that place. So, we'll see.
That being said,
Anyway.
if you're looking
Yeah.
to look into the ones that I know you haven't seen, there's one over here. I'm going to go to the thing here. They would tell you exact things of where to go. I am not doing that at the moment because they would have to explain exactly where they would be at, and they would probably say street names and shit that I don't care about.
No, you can just pretend.
Exactly,
Pretend
exactly.
They did.
Exactly. They would mention that there would be one here.
Of course.
They would also mention there would be one here.
Alright.
And they would mention there would be one here. Like I said, it's likely that you haven't seen these. They're very seldom used.
238 Einsburn Avenue.
Exactly.
184 Muddy Road.
Exactly.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, you're right. I don't recognize those ones.
Unfortunately, they haven't been used in quite a while, but I have seen them be used before. I'm not sure if there'd be anything there that would point us to anything going on here, but you never know. Again, I hope that the others haven't found out much on them from the coded words that I would have put inside of the message, but in particular, I'm worried about the one over by the docks and the one over by the church. Both of those have a lot of those spirits around them.
Yeah. We've been to that part near the old church, but I didn't know there was. If I had known.
You've been to the
Right.
church.
It's a long story.
I knew that there was some kind of something there before, but I was never able to really get the ability or I guess the courage to go and check on it.
Well, so you got people like me for it. But yeah, it all worked out fine. It's just motions of the group. I think it worked out great even.
Well, at the moment, that's about everything I can give you. Other than, again, any information that I can possibly give you over the past 4 years. But like I mentioned, I've mostly been trying to pretend to be Our Lady. So I've been going to school, doing the normal, everyday school thing for 4 collective years after I should have been in that school. So...
No one's really.
Oh god.
No, you asked your thing first, string up.
I was gonna say, is it too much to ask who your lady is?
Looks over to Michael.
Yeah.
Just looks at them, looks to Miru in particular, and then he just nods yes.
You trust them?
We're all stuck in this hellhole together, so yeah, a little bit.
We aren't just a mage family. We are a subsidiary of a very large mage family, one that has jurisdiction over a lot of things in Japan. Not only that, but our family in particular is a family of Yakuza. Though we're trying our best to keep both of those lives separate, it's very well off to do both in our lines. We have several different branches throughout. Our lady is, well, our patriarch's daughter. She was also, at least at one point, supposed to be the master of the next war, though that didn't seem to happen here. Apparently the patriarch was grooming her to be able to take over and, well, give her a servant of her own. Unfortunately, the war seemed to start a lot sooner than any of us had planned. Not only that, but shortly after it started, our patriarch as well as our lady disappeared.
Oh,
Wish I knew where. He just lights up another cigarette. He doesn't bother pulling out his lighter, he just lights it with fire.
We don't know exactly where they are, but there are wards in place that we would know if our patriarch had died. So I can only assume that both of them are fine wherever they are. If they're captured or they're in hiding, they're most likely fine.
Does it really embarrass me about my eyesight? I've been thinking on that since you said it. And I can't help but remember that that's never been a thing mentioned to me before.
Are you sure you want to know?
Fuck it. I'm tired of having secrets being held over me. So yeah, what's gonna happen to me?
The reason why I was so, I guess you could say, excited to hear from you last night is because you're one of the wards, Michael.
I'm sorry.
Not for our patriarch, but for Our Lady.
What? How? I didn't. What? How am I a ward?
You didn't agree to it? Is that what you're saying?
No one asked me to be a ward. I mean, people asked me other things, but I didn't be a magical ward. That didn't come up.
You didn't agree to it whenever you became their blood brother?
It wasn't so formal. It's like a contract. But wait, why does that have to do with my eyesight?
Our Lady has powerful eyes. It's the most magical part of her. And you're connected to her. If nothing happened to her, then nothing will happen to you. Which means they haven't found out if she's captured. They either haven't found out about her eyes, otherwise you would definitely know, or if she's not captured, she's not dead. Because if she died, the senses that you share with her would also have died. And writing that down.
The word is me going blind. That's the alarm system.
It's not an alarm system, more like you're connected with a part of her senses. And because of that, you're able to tell if something happens to her. If your eyesight starts going off, that means she might be using her power. Or if it starts going completely off, she's either dying or they're taking her eyes.
He just flicks the cigarette over the bridge. Well, fuck me. I guess I have more. I guess if I need even more of a reason to find her.
The fact that you haven't noticed anything like that gives me a lot of hope.
Look, listen, my eyes have been fine ever since I left this place, so.
Then you're fine.
I never had. Yeah, that's great. That's good. I just that part of the fine print, which didn't exist because there was no print,
As I
was never
mentioned,
disclosed to me.
as I mentioned before, Our Lady, she has very powerful magics, and she was meant to become the master for our family. Not even just our family, the family above us. Her eyes,
Jeez.
I don't know the extent of their abilities, but they seem to be able to control magic.
Yeah, she's pretty talented.
You also never take those shades off, so you sure?
I take them off. I'm sure. You
Again,
haven't seen them.
I don't know the extent of the abilities, but I've seen
Look, I
her.
can-
I've seen her avoid damage and attacks that should have hit her, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. It's nice to see people took notice like they should have.
That's the
But
thing.
still.
I don't think any of them have, luckily enough.
Mhm.
And that has something to do with you being the ward. That's all I know.
I've been more like her dad. But I hear what you say. That's
It can't
Good.
be a
It is
real
good.
family member.
Hmm?
The ward, it can't be a real family member.
ow.
It has to be someone that
I'm
comes in
only
from
kidding.
outside. Someone that can show true loyalty without any sort of connection. That's the way the magic works. Someone who is, without being actually bound to them by blood, chooses to be bound to them.
We were
Blood
crazy.
of the covenant over the water of the womb.
Exactly.
Yeah. God, we were crazy back then. And now, I'm still crazy. I know that. I have not gotten better. Don't know about her, though. They'll let us stop coming after a while. I think 4 years, I think I know why.
As I mentioned, she shouldn't have been in school for as long as she has. She was a senior whenever all this started. That being said, everybody in this town is acting as if no time has passed at all, so I've had to go essentially an extra 4 years of school. I hate it. School drama sucks.
How
Especially
much
when you
drama
have 8
is
years
there
of it.
really when everyone's kind of a zombie?
You'd be surprised. Everybody again acts as if it's an everyday thing. Not to mention the fact that there's some kind of powerful spirit there sort of makes it normal. There's still cliques, there's still craziness. They're all acting like babies still, despite the fact all of them are in their 20s at this point.
But I never went. But I never went.
Sign up for vacation.
What was that?
Sign up for vacation.
It's,
Transfer out.
I'm supposed to be her double. If I don't go, then, especially now that I know that she's fine, I feel like I'd be not doing my job. Oh, sorry, Pops, but hey, look on the bright side. You might not land the princess, but you did save her prettiest maid. Not a maid. That's not what I'm not a maid.
When you call him Pops, I'm only. It's not important. But you know what? I'm not saying that. All right. I don't need to give you more ammo.
Just like I look younger than I am, he looks older than he is.
It's the stress.
May, December.
Go with the bit, girl. Come on.
So yes, these are my companions. They have pearls of wisdom sometimes, but in any case,
It's good to see all of you.
Nice to meet you.
I guess you could call me at this point, since the family is somewhat shattered at the moment. You could say that just like the man you just fought, I'm a lieutenant of our family.
He's all kind of fucked up, huh? Who's even left? Actually,
Well, there's me,
obviously.
and there's you.
Please tell me there's more than just the two of us.
Anyway.
No, oh god.
And there's
Can't be.
there's the patriarch, and there's the princess, and maybe the people outside the city.
Oh fuck me.
There's
We
only
have no.
4 of you left in the whole city.
I don't even know if the
Who
other two are in the
knows?
city.
Oh no.
I've just been going on the information I've had for 4 years. She like
fuck
looks
me.
down, her eyes wide. For 4 years.
Well, fuck me. I guess that rampage across the compound wasn't just for show. Everyone's gone to the wind.
You saw that, huh?
Well, when me and Nicola here first showed up, it was a whole thing. You can tell. You can. I was so happy to see it in ruins. I'll tell you. So good to see that happening.
Well,
It is not a big deal. We can do this.
Of course, we're gonna do this.
I mean, I was gonna say you're pretty confident, but then I remembered how you jumped down from the top of the bridge here. So yeah, that makes sense.
I do not know why you think that is also special. It's like playing on Jungle Gym in America.
I believe I would have broke every bone in my body if I did that,
Yeah.
even with reinforcement.
Yeah, I
We
don't.
have-
Speaking
we
of
have
which,
we have local name Boris. He does this all the time. He jumps from radio tower.
you see them go into their pocket. As they do, they're gonna pull out what appears to be 3 small gems in their hand. I don't know what the which isn't a lot thing. Unfortunately, Lynn, I must have missed it. I'm so
I think
sorry.
there's the 4 people.
Oh, for the
The
4
4
people. My bad. Someone needs to fill you in on what a Grail War is, because wow, you need that. I wish someone would fill me in on anything at this moment. I'm telling you right now.
You got time? We have a place to shack up and potentially food.
You think that I'm not entirely sure if I should be around you. Remember, I'm still trying to be her. We're safe waiting here where things are, but I don't know. I mean, Lafayette did already capture me, so maybe the cat's out of the bag.
Well, if it is, they should be more worried than ever then.
Either way, you should hang on to these. She's going to specifically hand over the 3 gems, 2 of them over to which one of you jumped down?
Nikolai.
Yes, she will. Okay, so she will hand.
Nikolai and Ami.
She will hand
Jumped down.
one to Miru, one to Ami, and one to Nikolai.
What are you giving us again?
Gems.
These are gems that have my magic inside of them. They'll allow you to have one use of my reinforcement magic. They'll probably break whenever you use them. However, they should allow you to be a little bit more physical with your opponents for a bit.
This one needed more help with that, but hey.
I wish I could give it to you. She looks over toward Actaeon, though I'm not sure what they would do to a servant.
Who knows? I have no idea either.
I have a feeling that if I were to ever use it on you, I'd have to be actually there. But
assume
it
you
might
would become like
actually be better suited for you if I was. You might get more of the effect of it.
It's all right.
But the 3 of you, you're mages. You should be able to use this relatively easily. As she hands the 3 gems over to Ami, Miru, and Nikolai. You're a mage, right? Looks to Nikolai.
Last time I checked, you people keep saying I am servant, like it is like I am something special. I do not understand.
You're 7 foot tall
Like
and wearing plate mail.
As a servant, you're something special.
It's because Nikolai, what's your penultimate dream? You told to me.
That
you know.
is-
You want to be
Oh, I want to be executed. I want to be Templar.
and you stole that. Just the whole thing to do it, right?
And once I take down Templar, I become Templar.
Is that how that works?
There's
No.
no Templars in Tokyo.
It is proving ground. I will do it. He is locked in now. You can see it in his eyes. He is locked the fuck in.
I can't. There's no words I can use to make him think otherwise. He just believes it. I'm glad he's on my side. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna be honest as well. The confidence that he speaks makes me believe him a little bit.
Yeah. If I didn't know for a fact that it wasn't how it worked, I'd say the same thing.
Is that how you two met?
That's another story to talk over hot pot.
You hear from Ami. Walk and talk. Apparently our princess wants chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders?
What is a chicken tender?
Writes down.
It's breaded.
Keeps writing down. And he doesn't know how any of this works.
Chicken tenders is chicken in batter, like fried with breading. It's just crispy chicken.
I have not
sorry.
had it before. I must try that at some point.
It's not like the church forced us to eat gruel every day. I don't know how.
No, it is just that I do not eat. I do not get outside of my food comfort zone. I believe it is what the Americans say.
I'm still not sure what to go about doing. Michael, and potentially anybody else, if you did want to continue to explain things to her, to bring her off to at least tell them what a Grail War is, I would like for a roll to see if they are comfortable following, which would end up being a negotiation roll, because for them to go away from their duty would be difficult for them to do, even with the fact that Lafayette now basically realizes and will go after her again. So go ahead, Michael, if you want them to come with you so you can explain things. Roll me for your negotiation. You also just got a heroism, so I'll give you one of those.
Oh, hey.
Bloop.
That's nice. Okay, what do I want? My negotiation's only a 1, so let me try. I just say Glamspiration on here.
You don't pay attention to me ever.
I did, I just forget.
Don't.
My memory bad. It's like Nightshade with accidents. My memory just doesn't work. Yeesh.
That is a
That's
2.
okay.
That's a 2, Michael.
I need to re-roll some shit. I like.
Do I let you use guidance? I usually have to use that beforehand. I'll let you use it.
Thank you.
You can use those after the roll if you want.
Yeah, I ran them over here. Yeah, 3 isn't.
If that's a thing we can do.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So, I don't think I'm going to use the pluses.
I'll let you use the guidance. If I change that later, let me know, and then I'll stop myself. That being said,
Noted.
they look over at you. I'm not sure if I should be leaving the school, but so I may end up still going back there, but I do need to know more information. I can't just keep staying in the dark.
Listen, I get it. Trust me. I get it. We're in a space where the normal shit that we're expected to do by other people doesn't apply anymore. To be quite frank, we're in a hell situation here, and we need to start actually being proactive about it. Right? So,
My number one goal is always the same, and that is the security of the princess.
exactly the same as mine. Right? So,
I'll go with you for now. Tamiru, okay, you have to tell me. Did you biff that horrendously before she suddenly decided to change her mind, Oh, so did he biff it? Did you see Miru? Did you see if they had to change fate?
Did he roll an inspiration?
He
Or
did.
did he roll a fleeting?
He did.
Yeah.
She's just been rubbing her chin then.
He did and got a nat 20 from it.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the second time today. The 5th time overall.
It's not tally.
I actually don't know if it's 5. I've not been keeping count, but it might be between
Who knows,
between
man?
3 and 5.
A lot.
Even fate ships you to. Yeesh.
I
That's
don't
the
know
name
what
of the thing we're doing. That's the thing that's here. Fate.
Yeah. Everyone just points at the screen, and Mira sees everyone pointing at the screen.
I would like to know, since you guys have obtained all of the things you have at the bridge, as well as you know, the feather, the small discus that looked like armor, the spearhead, the woman. Where are you guys? The gun. Oh, that's true. I almost forgot about the gun.
Yep, done.
Where is it that you guys would like to go? Would you like to head back to Mira's place?
Yes, please. I would like to finally take shower.
And eat, apparently.
You
Add
haven't
one
eaten
into
yet.
your inventory.
Yeah. What? How big is gun, and does it fit in my inventory?
The gun currently, if I look at your stuff, probably wouldn't fit in your inventory right now, but we'll see.
I'm gonna
3
put
squares
the.
long, 1 square wide.
We will mess about with it in just a bit whenever I make a token for it.
Hey, I could
Um,
fit a gun if that was the case.
you could potentially fit a gun, yeah.
It's just a fucking 13 square wide thing.
Mira's
It's
just like
it's just a 9 mil.
Mira's just like, I had hands, now I have gun. Moving up in the world.
I'm a spiritualist. Watch, you should just put the talisman on the gun.
I'm a spiritualist. Watch me turn you into a spirit.
I can tell your future.
I love that so much.
This is amazing.
Wow. We will see just who will end up keeping it whenever I make the token for it.
She has now traded in sutras for a Glock.
You guys move back toward where the Mira's place is. Upon walking back, I am gonna roll for anything to potentially go down. Where is the d20? I'll just use this d20. Bloop. On your way back. Let me get a different. We'll actually go with this one. No, not that one. That's way too creepy. That's good. On your way back, you guys would take note that walking through the alleys to get back on the main section to go back toward Mira's place, there is a part where, again, it's all very dark. Despite it being early morning, from what you guys can tell, it's still looking as if everything is night around you because of the fogs that's around and everything like that. As you guys step out and around one of the areas to keep going, you see what appear to be fire in front of you. You see silhouettes, and you see torches, flames with them. As you see that, there is a pull from the woman you guys have brought with you, as she tries to get you guys to stay in the alleyway. It is up to you whether you listen to her or not.
Nope. Yep, staying back.
As she pulls to stop you guys from making your way out, you guys see what appear to be a large group of men making their way through the streets. They seem to be, again, holding torches, holding them up toward the windows of all of the storefronts that are around. And as they are looking into the windows and looking through them, you see some of them breaking the windows and going inside, only to come back out with what appear to be handfuls of food and other types of things.
What the fuck?
It takes a little bit of time for them to get a little bit further away from you guys. But as she does, or as they do, you see her look off over in your direction. Those are the looters.
Seriously?
I don't know much about them, but it appears like they're being possessed by ghosts or something.
Okay. They
Act
take
down.
people too.
While you're looking at them, I would like for you to roll me for your experience, please. And by experience, I mean for you don't have that. Roll me for your magic, please.
Okay. I'll throw in this thing I just got.
You can choose
And-
afterwards to use these.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's one of the cool things about the plus minus dice.
I'll use these then.
You said there were looters stealing food.
They appear to be, yes.
You really shouldn't have fucking said that.
That is up to you, but we will talk about that in a second. I'm letting Actaon get this roll.
Yep. No,
Ooh.
I hear you.
That's +5, I believe.
Actaon, as you're watching these people, you take note. The way they move seems very odd. Almost animalistic. As you're watching these guys moving about in front of you, they seem to be all huddled together as if in a pack, as well as whenever they're bringing out the different foods and things from inside and like looking into the windows, they are moving very similarly to a pack of wolves.
Why in the world are they acting like wolves?
At this point,
Thanks.
I'm decently sure that you can say what you're wanting to say. You can say what you're wanting to say, Nikolai.
I must be stopping them.
How many of them are there, roughly?
Roughly about 40.
I thought you said
Nikolai.
3. Oh my god.
40.
Roughly about
I mean,
40 men in front of you.
I don't believe Nikolai's confident enough. Listen, Nikolai.
I come from poor country. You steal food there, you get your head chopped off. It is death sentence to be without food, especially during winter. It is not right.
It's
What kind of
It's
hole?
not right.
it's
What kind of dirt hole has Russia become?
let's not worry about that part. Let's worry about. I agree with you. It's not right, but these aren't. It just turns out they're possessed, right? You said they're not in their right minds.
Like I said, from what you can see there, they seem as if they're moving like they're possessed by some kind of ghost or something. Like what your servant says here, it's like they're a pack of wolves.
See, Nikolai, you can't just hurt them. They don't have a choice.
If anything, it should be because you come from a place of poverty that you would understand why people steal what they need, because the system doesn't provide for them due to its failure. This is also a liability if you act recklessly.
Yeah, so instead of focusing on those people who are innocent in this,
I wouldn't
we should
exactly
find the
call them
people-
innocent in this.
that's who are innocent enough in this, we should find.
She points out toward the men as you're talking, Michael. I'm decently sure they're the ones that got our place. Whenever I was looking over toward them, whenever I first saw them, they reminded me of the things I found whenever I was over at the family house. How the place looked as if it was looted and destroyed. How the place looked like it was basically overrun with beasts. And those torches they carry. So while you're all correct that I don't think they're in the right minds, I can't call them innocent. They are my enemies.
Even without all this, they're still your enemies?
They're the reason my family has been attacked. It doesn't matter to me if they're being forced to do it. I need to stop them eventually. Honestly, I'm just happy he's checking with us this time. Like looking toward
And
them.
I shall help you, my friend.
But there's a lot of them. If we're going to want to take them out, I think we should take them out whenever there's separated a bit more.
It is why you split them up.
Agreed.
And you're sure?
You have 40. You have 40 of these opponents, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of us, so 6, 40, 6. It is not bad if we fight them like that.
If
It's a
each of you can take 2 and I take 30, then it should be fine.
But Arca, you're sure it's them?
Those torches, the ones they're holding. We found a bunch of torches over by the place before. It might not be them, but seeing how they loot everything around, they do this all the time. It's like they have an insatiable hunger.
He's just putting on the glove and tying his rosary around it. Oh, fuck it, I've killed those people before.
What part of we need to split them up or go after them when there's less of them? Didn't you hear about that? I'm agreeing with you that we can't attack them now, but I'm agreeing with him, points over toward Nikolai, that I want to take them down. But not right now.
I'm in agreement too. It'd be so nice if we could, wouldn't it?
She looks over toward Actaeon. You're a heroic spirit, though. How many of them do you think you could take out before they get to us?
I could take out a good number of them, I think. All of them at once might be pushing it.
Let us assume for conservatism, you could take out 10 before the rest get to us.
Still 30.
It's still 30. It's still a good chance.
If we could split them up, even just half of them off at some point, then I think that'd be a great chance if you think you can take out that many.
He kind of starts shaking a little bit, looking at them, just acting
There
like
is an
wild
Ami.
animals.
There is an Ami at that point that goes, "Listen, make a call. I can get them to split if we're doing this."
What's wrong? Strike. Eating cold feet.
I say we wait. I need more information. And I know where they usually are. If we ever want to go after them, I know how to find them.
Oh, why don't you just lead with that then? He puts the rosary away. I thought it was just a random happenstance that we came across, and well, you know where they live. That makes it a lot easier.
Not where they live, but I know where they hunt.
Same difference. We'll get them.
Cool, then we wait. Time to see if they left chicken or if I have to steal that back from them. Do you want to try to make your way toward one of the stores, Ami?
Yeah.
Good luck.
You guys see Ami go to leave the group slightly. They wait for the 40 men to go by them before they do. As they look inside, Ami, you can see that the store itself is very much dark inside, unlike the supermarket area that you guys had just came from. It does not look as if the people here are keeping it up or doing much of anything to it. That being said, for a supermarket of 4 years, the fact that there is food here at all is there. That being said, you make your way in, you look around, and you find that looking at the notes for these people, there is no meat left. You cannot find any kind of chicken, any kind of pork, any kind of beef, any kind of anything inside the stores. No animal products, nothing of the kind. Yeah, figures. You make your way back to the party, at which point, do you guys want to continue your walk over to Mira's place?
I would.
Right. Does not take you guys long at all. You find going over toward the place relatively easily. There's nothing to really stop you from making your way toward the area. And once you guys step into where the area is, you do find it feels new upon stepping in. Actaeon, you would have felt this the first time you returned before. But you do find that as soon as you step beyond the walls that surround Mira's place, you guys find that there is a sense of relief that goes over you. It does seem as if you guys have some kind of defense or some kind of safety in this area. No dice, they cleaned out all the protein, so that's info, I guess.
Bastards. I just feel a little different here now. That's just me.
There's no place like home.
We want to get food started then? I can get that going.
Proper breakfast.
I will show her to your room.
What?
She will be presented to you.
What?
What?
Grabs
What does that
hands,
mean?
grabs hands, starts walking her away like, oh, okay.
What?
The hot tub is in the back for the armor boy.
I can finally get rid of these.
Luckily, there are bathrooms and showers as well if you don't have to use the hot tub, but you can.
Yeah, but what if he doesn't fit?
Oh my god, that's fair.
Fair enough.
As
Like this dude's like freaking 2 shacks tall. He's not gonna fit in that fucking bathtub. It's a fucking kiddie pool. He
as
needs
you
a kiddie
guys
pool.
would make your ways back in, either showing people around to rooms or going and collecting themselves ready to take a big bath inside of the hot tub.
Look at that! I take up the whole fucking tub.
Oh,
This is me. This is me.
God damn it,
You will find that whenever you guys enter, there is a ruler who does seem to be able to move around at this point. Not as quickly or as anything as before, but whenever you guys appear, she does stand and go over. Welcome home. I see you have a guest.
Old friend. Yep.
Oh dear sweat. Soon he'll be leaving the nest, becoming a man so fast. God dang it on me.
like I mean, he's super excited and jumping around the fucking ruler. It's
You look
great.
as if you've exerted yourself. Like checking, just like checking out on me as like they're like looking about. Are you all right? Also here, have a bone. What? Yes, I will have this. Seems to be from a skeleton of sorts?
We fought a necromancer on the bridge.
A necromancer. Ah, thank goodness that is only it.
Well, they had a servant too.
Oh no.
And a command seal.
Oh no.
Mhm. They used it to run away like a little bitch.
They look to the skeletal bone. I can see what I can do to check this out. They look over toward Miru, who is just like showing like, this is Michael's room.
This door leads to a closet. This door leads to that same closet.
What? Why?
This door leads this door leads to the bathroom with the bath.
I was very glad it wasn't the closet.
The way you turn it on is you take the lever, turn it to the left, and pull. I know every bathroom is different. And then this is the bed. You can ask Michael to sleep on the left.
I will not do that.
or you can tell him to sleep on the couch. It is very comfortable.
I will probably tell him to sleep on the couch if we have to stay in the same room.
Let me know if you wish to change the
And
roses.
these are the romantic flowers.
They're very nice roses.
I can change them to something else. We have other flowers.
Femur from a skeletal familiar seems to be an exceptionally potent. Check it with your story eyes or whatever. Yes, my story eyes. They sit down, like looking at the bone, just like, I'll do my best. Though I don't really feel much from it. You are correct. The familiar itself seemed to have been high quality.
Don't
The
worry.
spear would probably be more useful than the bones.
I can change the red roses for sunflower. That way it changes the mood of the room from passionate to completely platonic.
I'm not really been one for any kind of flower talk, but some flowers are nice. I do enjoy them.
They also do not have a smell, so you do not have to worry about allergies.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
And if you're hungry, you can eat them.
If you're hungry, you can eat them.
I haven't had sunflower seeds in quite a long time.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, wow, this was very freaking very functional, very
You're very high functional for
efficient.
whatever's happening with you.
I'm high functioning something.
You are high functioning something going on.
High functioning efficient.
I'm glad that you're having such a good time.
Send the message, look nice, and sate your appetite all in one.
We will assume that with the tour being given by Miru, with the bone looking at happening with Ruler, and with the bath happening over with Nikolai, that Actaeon, if you would like to, you could start trying to make food for people.
Yeah, sure.
You were able to bring quite a bit back. Luckily, you guys got your own things of meat and things from the supermarket before, so you didn't have to worry about the chicken that wasn't there whenever the looters had went by and took them. So if you would like to, you could make what the Grail has given you as chicken tendies.
I will make the best chicken tendies that I can.
Amazing.
I was told about these chicken tendies, and I will make them.
If one falls behind into the like the back of the oven, use the Yamato to get it out.
Greek hero making tendies.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Hey,
Them shaped like dinosaurs.
I think I know what those are. I can try.
Only shaped like deer.
I'm not doing that.
That isn't happening.
There's just like I think I know what a dinosaur is. Pause. Make them shaped like deer. No.
Suck the fattest part of your
By my command seal, I want deer nuggies.
Deer nuggies.
Anyway, no.
Beyond just fighting, just fighting the mental breakdown to say no.
Against his better nature, his arms move on its own. It looks like he's up by the end because he's really trying not to. They look like butchered deer nuggies.
Tries not to shed a tear.
You guys,
Critical nat 1, critical fail.
you guys make lunch. Because by the
My
time you guys
reference
would have
where
came
they
back,
told me.
because by the time you guys would have came back, it would be around midday. So you guys make your lunch, which could also be considered breakfast, which could also be considered dinner with the fact that it's chicken tendies. As you make that, I'm going to have Ruler roll, and by Ruler roll, I think I'm going to have Lynn roll for Ruler, since they brought the bone to them. Lynn, would you please roll me a +5, please? For their magic stat. Look at that swirl. Look at it go. That is a natural 20. Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
They look it over, and as they do, you see for a moment just an absolute look of disgust go onto their face for a second, Ami, as they go, they wasted one of those on that. As they begin to mold magic into their hands and look this over, they bring the bone closer to them as they seem to almost start to crush the bone down between their hands until you see what appears to be a shard of bone in their hand. This bone being very much more dense and very much more dark in color than the bone that happened before. I see. It's only a shard. They were going for quantity over quality. Poor creature. So, love the mystique. What is it? It is a... well... it is a bone from a mythical steed. This bone is a bone of a Pegasus. Or at least a shard of one. Perhaps one that was summoned in a previous war, or one that was given to a master beforehand, maybe for a summoning itself. All I can say is it doesn't have the feeling of a servant about it, so I doubt it was summoned by a spirit in the war. It is a very dark omen that they use something like this. Not only that they did that, but they shattered the bone before using it as well. Ow. Oh, then you'll love this next part. You bring over the feather. Oh, a feather. Yes, I can tell that this is a very powerful item as well. Though, this one more has the power of a servant about it. Meaning it was either something of a previous war or something that was summoned after I left. They hand the small shard of bone back over to you. I believe that I could use this to maybe summon a familiar of sorts for you. Or for someone around, or for someone about. Though the actual effect of it would be relatively weak. The fact that it's shattered is difficult. If you find me some more shards of it, perhaps it would be better. As for this, they motion toward the feather. Divine in nature. Definitely from something of a powerful spirit. I do not know all of the stories of these areas about, but... the best thing I can say about it is that it is powerful. Though I don't know the actual effects of the feather itself. Potentially, you could use it to get rid of any sort of undead you see, similar to what you saw today. But I feel like that would be a bit of a waste of its power. An A-rank noble phantasm. And it's only a piece of it, meaning whatever got this thing summoned was most likely a higher rank than even that. Either way, I don't know much of it. Unfortunately, this item surpasses my ability. Fancy. So in the meantime, it's some smiting down. Might be a waste, but it's better than nothing. So around this time, Actaeon, you have your gourmet chicken nuggies, or your gourmet chicken tendies that have been made. Did you put them in the form of dinosaurs?
I did.
I did. It happened.
I did.
The conviction in your voice was like, yes, I did.
You guys see
I did.
You guys see that when Actaeon has done this, he has two bowls. There is a bowl off to the side that has a good number of them. There is also a bowl off to his other side, which I believe he has made primarily for Nikolai.
They're both like six
Just
times as
chicken
big.
nuggets and then just chicken patties.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets and then just chicken. Just whole chickens.
Which dinosaurs? Oh, they're little they're probably like little pterodactyls and little other things. Who knows?
A T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Just in time for Christmas.
I heard one guy said they used to have feathers. I don't think I believe him though.
I mean, it's like late November, dude. Christmas is coming.
It's true. It's true. We will say that at this point, Nikolai, you were able to have a wonderful soak in the hot tub. You come back. You are very happy. You no longer have to wear the armor. You then put the armor probably back on.
I would not.
You don't.
Did you just
Okay.
walk in stark naked into the house?
I have boxers on. Like I have like what do you call it? There's like a obviously I'm wearing like something underneath to make
Do
sure.
they have little designs on them?
No, they're just black.
Aw.
They don't have little designs on them. Actually, that's not true. That's not okay. You know
What's
what?
on
That's
them?
not true.
What's on them? What's on them?
Do it.
Tell us.
Polar bears. Polar bears.
Little polar bears.
Polar bear.
Let's go.
Little bears. Little bears on his undies.
They're black with white polar bears.
Very
How
nice. Very
Christmassy.
nice.
It's not Christmassy at all. You're not wearing Santa hats. That's a different pair. Excuse me, do you have change of clothes? I do not want to be wearing the armor again for a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't bring your own.
We
didn't bring anything of. Yeah.
I did not have time. We were running from church.
Yeah. I left everything behind of mine. Put in my car.
Unfortunately, Father's clothes wouldn't fit either one of you.
Great.
If you
Maybe Stray.
if you give me time, I might be able to do the same as I do to the food. I did the similar thing to the bed that you're on, Nikolai. I could try to make a smaller shirt larger.
It is fine as long as it is a sweatpants and shirt. It does not have to be anything fancy. I have been wearing that armor for the past few days. I would like to not be wearing the armor anymore for a little bit.
Yo, is that an ankylosaur? Ankylosaur. Ankylosaur. Dibs.
Yeah.
since the other thing was already said, I will, you know.
Well, appreciate the food, obviously.
We can
still feel
assume
bad.
at this point that you guys would explain somewhat about the Grail War happening to your new friend, as she is caught up somewhat on the effects of it. So it wasn't meant to last this long, then?
Nope.
Then why has it?
You know, I asked that exact same question, and they sent me off on nothing missions for like 2 years.
It's the masters and servants have all teamed up, basically, right? Isn't that the explanation?
Then why are Then why are the ones who are following that Cassie so afraid of Berserker?
Just because they're all working together doesn't mean they're friends, Aka.
Also, Berserker's kind of a wild card, I feel.
Well, I guess that too.
From what I know of
mean,
Berserker, yes, they are. Again, the fact that they had to have been changed before they were doing much of anything for them is a showing of their, I guess, mental fortitude. So, just because they're an enemy doesn't mean that they see the others as a friend. Okay, so I assume you know about the Vortex of Radix. Gesundheit?
What the fuck is that?
Out of all the things you've said that I just come out of nowhere, that is the most out of nowhere thing, I feel.
As I mentioned before, I'm a mage, yeah, but I was sort of grown up just to do one thing, not really to learn about magic or go to Clock Tower or anything like that. The only reason I would ever go there is if the princess decided to go, and she did not. So, at least before all this. Oh wow, you need a tutor? I'm mostly self-taught. I use basic magics, reinforcement, projection. I can put some spells into some objects. It's just something I've been tinkering with in the last 4 years. Even that's just stuff I've done in my off time. I don't really understand too much about elemental magics. I don't really know too much about more powerful rituals or spells. Just reinforcement mostly.
Well, I was never to pick up that one that easy, so good on you. It ain't easy. Rituals can't be easy. Actual magic, sorry.
Enzo falling on hard times? No, it's just I wasn't. They stop when you say that as they look to you. You know of the family then? She looks over toward where Michael is. We don't work for. We're not directly working under the Enzo.
Nah. No, they're too highbrow for most of us.
We work for a family that works for the Enzo. That being said, that just proves how exceptional our princess is. That she was chosen to attempt to be the Enzo family's her master in this war.
Not like she would actually have agreed to it, but hey, it was nice.
She seemed relatively ready for it.
Really? I haven't gone too long.
Maybe the idea of getting a wish was too much. Again, I didn't know much of it. I was just told to do my duty and be a bodyguard, or a body double for her. Before everything was said and done, I was supposed to be the one that went out whenever their servant was about. The servant, whatever they would summon, would be referring to me as their master. Though, again, that never happened. Ah, Okimaki. Curious they didn't keep you better informed.
How do you know so much? Don't answer. I know you're not going to.
Smiles.
Yep. Just eats another dino nuggie.
All of that being said, it is interesting to now hear all of this. I knew that high value heroic spirits, high value servants were being summoned. There are far more out there than I would say would fit it within 7. Not to mention, there are the ones like the looters who seem to be taken over by ghosts. And there are countless others out there who seem to be under the effects, if not showing more of other things.
Huh?
And then there are those, well, people at the or people over on the west.
How bad actually is the west side? I didn't have a chance to go sightsee.
The only place I've not been able to go to throughout the city is to the southwest. There are a powerful group that seem to be protecting that area. Out of everybody in town, they seem to be the only ones that have a bit of their wits about them. Though that doesn't come with a cost. There's always seeming to be a fight happening down there.
Interesting. Well, I guess in that regard, city hasn't changed that much, huh?
Too much for my want. So what's the plan? Apparently you have... They look over to Nikolai, but then they shake their head. 2 servants.
Our plan is... Oh, sorry, Nikolai, go ahead. You were saying...
No, I just said, this is cute. You keep calling me servant, and I think it is
I
fun.
was going to say 3, but you said you're not one, so I'm going to listen to you.
No, you can keep calling me that if you want. It is funny.
Honestly, it might be better if you shown yourself more of that. The fact that you can get away with feats like you do may be a good, well, maybe a good cover for you.
A good bluff.
An actual servant shows up, and then we gotta change the tune. But hey, if it works, it works.
Well,
I'm laughing. That guy sure as shit's gonna believe that. We don't have to tell him it.
Anyway, I sorry, interrupt you.
it's no problem at all. I have ideas over most of the city. I've been around trying to gather as much information as I can without standing out too much. So if you do plan on going anywhere, you can ask me, and I can tell you whatever I can of the area. They motion over toward Miru. If this is truly a city that you have lived in for a while, you may also have good information on some things that you've seen. But that being said, it is interesting to know that this place is as protected as it is. I know of a family nearby. Are you connected with them?
Me? Depends on the family you're speaking of.
The ones in the lands beyond this place, near the hills to the north. I've been there once with the princess. They have an aviary?
Oh, no relation. Technically. Yes, no. It's complicated.
I doubt that they have...
My father does have a connection.
I doubt that they have anything of use. Most likely they've been looted just like the rest of the Mage family's estates, but I just wanted to make sure since I saw this place was so close to there.
They made sure to take their birds.
Most likely, like most of the magic families, they would have disappeared long before the war started, but having noted that the war has started early, at least for us, made me wonder if anybody from that family was still here.
It's possible. Maybe someone to keep tabs on what's going on.
I
Let
have
them
noticed
know when they can come back.
I have noticed one thing from the northern hills. I saw something making their way up there before. It wasn't anything like the things that are around here. It was like a person on a horse chasing after a second horse. I was worried about it until I saw the second horse pull away from them at a alarming speed. It seemed like the one that was chasing them slowed down and lost interest.
Percival?
I don't know much else about it.
Well, if there are still birds, there may still be angels.
I missed a couple of things from Lynn, so I'm going to go do those real quick. Nice tats, by the way. Blasphemous, but that just makes it all the more amazing and all the more amusing. Looks to Michael. So they just let him do that?
I believe he just did that. They couldn't stop him.
The what now? Oh, you mean my tattoos? Yes.
That is, by the way,
Funny
we haven't mentioned it too much other than from the backstory game. But now that you are just in your boxers, I would like everybody to make sure that they remember from what we said. This man's is heavily tattooed.
Yeah. Is there a bunch of different like holy religious?
He has many different holy symbols tattooed all over his body from many different religions.
religious symbols, gods, whatever, you know. It goes all the way from Christianity, Judaism, Greek, Taoism, everything.
There's just a heart on one of them saying freaking Jesus is my friend.
Yeah, I imagine there's tattoos from Abrahamic religions going all the way back to fucking Babylonian. You know, I'm just imagining just every conceivable culture and symbol ever conceived by mankind on him.
Thor's hammer somewhere, maybe.
I imagine voodoo symbols, fucking all kinds of shit. I can imagine
this man's a 7 foot tall. There's a lot of canvas.
Yeah, he is canvased out. Just from the neck down, because you don't see it in his neck. It's just from the shoulders down. It's just fucking tattoos.
Happy trail, I'm sure.
Actually, that is something that gets brought up in the chat. Someone's like, Acteon might know some, like Stray might know some. Do you have any Greek god symbols on you?
I would, yes.
Do you have any in particular that you would have on you?
I imagine if you don't say all, I'm gonna be roasting you. What symbols do you have then?
I would like to know specifics on which of those gods you would have on you.
I mean, sure, if you want.
Yeah, choose. Let's say choose
the
4
connotations of that.
Let's say choose 4 Greek gods.
Just any 4.
All right. Let's see. One of them would be
4 Greek gods.
Think about Epic the musical.
I'm trying to remember what that thing is. You know the thing that they wear on their heads.
Laurels.
Laurel. Yeah, there would be a laurel.
Laurel crown yet.
Yeah, the laurel crown.
I think that's usually Zeus.
It's the what do you call it? It's the one with the medical thing, but it's
Caduceus.
Yeah, Caduceus.
Mercury's Hermes' funny staff thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's exactly what it's called, the funny staff thing. I don't know anybody about a Caduceus, but it's the funny staff thing.
The Caduceus is the thing with it's on every ambulance.
Yeah, it's Hermes. That one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say one of the 4 is Hermes.
Okay, cool.
The other one would be a
Writing things down.
I mean, Zeus is kind of obvious.
That's what I'm-
Because it's the most recognizable thing out there.
Zeus.
Okay, so what is it?
Well,
So what
I
is
don't.
it?
I don't need to know what it is. I just need to know what the symbol, like which symbol is being associated with which god.
Okay.
You can discuss what it actually is later.
Yeah.
That's two.
Another one would be.
Like, for example, when you said the
the-
thing for
the-
Hermes, I did not say what it was. I just put down Hermes.
The moon in two stars. The Nyx.
For Nyx, okay.
Nyx. It's the half moon and two stars in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one would be the wheel, Uranus.
Uranus
Is Uranus Roman?
Uranus is Roman, and I think that's supposed to be Uranus in Greek.
I thought Uranus was. I thought Uranus.
No, anything that's planet shaped is Roman, or planet named is Roman. We just co-opted the Greek shit because Rome does that a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That being said, I could just
And
go
the
and be
harp,
like
Then the harp, Apollo.
Apollo. Okay.
Hey, Apollo.
Hey.
Look at that.
Okay.
Apollo, Hermes, Zeus, and
I mean, that's
Nyx.
pretty good because
Yeah.
I was going to say that's pretty good because I could say to Actaeon, you do see the symbol of Apollo on Nikolai. That is the one that you are technically the closest to by blood.
Yep. Okay. So, 3 out of 4 is not bad.
And on his left calf, there's a spaghetti monster.
I don't think that's made yet.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Is
not
that
he-
another?
he-
Which
his
god
ta-
is this?
Though his tattoo on his was an oracle, you see.
Hang on a second.
Sure.
Spaghetti monster. Hang on, I want to.
There you go. No, it's definitely newer than this era.
You never know. Maybe they might have had it in the 80s.
Funny. The time and space mean little in Anne Orlando. It's fine.
But yes, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. So plan.
As I
I mean,
said,
so far-
if you have
right,
any
the-
ideas of where to go, I can try to give
Yeah,
you
you're right.
some
2005.
information.
Never mind.
Hey. Right.
There's lots of places we could go.
Yeah. The problem. So what we have so far. So one assassin is dead, and we're kind of looking for the rest of them. We're trying to
You've already taken out a heroic spirit.
point some Ami and Miru.
You point to them a lot.
Yeah, because they're the ones that did that. They've been here longer than I have, and Nikolai has, and I think Stray has.
Peace, son.
Yeah, those who killed one of them, the sack guy, bag guy.
Oh, congratulations.
It is the reason for it. I tell
Yeah.
later.
But yes, we're looking for the rest of them because they're all apparently children stealers, and that needs to stop.
Have you noticed anything around the school going weird with that kind of stuff about kids disappearing?
No one disappears, but there is, a sickness that goes over the school sometimes.
Okay.
It's difficult to talk on. I believe it's only happening to those who don't have a lot of magic through them. I tried to pretend to have the sickness before just to get people off my trail, but symptoms? Of course. It's mostly a lack of purpose. They seem to be tired. Those who are in the middle of performing or those who are in the middle of doing work would get lethargic. Energy seemed to be sapped out of them. But after a day or so, they seem to return mostly fine. The worst part about the sickness is that no one really seems to notice or remember it after it happens. While it's happening, they seem to have a bit of clarity about them. Some of them even try to join with some of the doomsayers around town. But again, as soon as the sickness is gone, they seem to forget all about it.
So it's not just your average high school depression.
And this doesn't work as well on non-mages, you said? It seems to work more well on those that don't seem to have a lot of control over their magic. Luckily for us, our family is known for their magic being weak. So whenever I'm pretending to be my lady, I just assume that she would be affected by this, so I try to pretend to be affected by it.
Right.
But mostly it is for those who are non-mages. They seem to be more affected. There's only one other mage that I know in the entirety of the school, however. And I'm pretty sure they haven't shown up for class in about 2 years. To be fair, I shouldn't be showing up for class either, but they shrug.
Do you know who they are?
Yes, she can be trusted.
Where's she been for 2 years?
Well, I assume that she's either taking care of herself and her family, or hopefully she's found a way outside of this place. They don't know much about things, and again, they still see me as if I was my lady, but they're a nice enough girl.
All right. Then, what's her name?
Oh, I see. Bounded field literally likely harvesting, like everything else happening in the city, but alright, school might be another layer of sorts. I assume that as well. Make sure that I am correct on the name. Going to
there's
check
some
on
weird
the
power
name.
stuff happening there.
What's your family? Which one are you? Which fucking family are you? I gotta open the stupid notes. Give me a second. You asked me a name, so I have to fucking get it. We just talked, for those in the chat, we just talked about this. I'm a terrible note taker. So I have a set of stupid notes, which are just my absolute, it has all the information that I put on it. None of it is organized. So I just have to control F and find it on the thing.
And as you can tell with how off the cuff I am, I'm a great note taker.
Yep.
I'm sorry, okay?
I forgot that Nikolai had tattoos at all. And then you brought it up, I was like, oh, right.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Their name is Chris.
Chris?
They're a member of the Fuyuki family.
Fuyuki.
One of the larger families here in the city.
Yeah.
They have many smaller families that take care of things. From what I understand of them, they are relatively small on the scale of things, which most likely meant they were staying in the city as a scout of sorts, maybe to look in on the war as it was happening. They didn't seem to be important enough for anybody to evacuate them.
Ugh. Fucking
Stray,
people.
you're baby-faced enough. Want to try a uniform?
I don't think, actually.
It would be relatively easy to get you a uniform, though I don't know exactly what you'd be gaining from that.
I have one.
What would be the benefit of this? I mean, I wouldn't be against it, I guess. Just
I
what's
have
the goal?
some.
I believe that Ami is wanting you all to maybe learn about what this master or what this servant going at the school could be. It's a great idea, actually. Yep.
I know I can't pull it off anymore.
I'm sure mine can probably fit Stray.
Wouldn't you have a girl's uniform?
I can get in no problem, but backup would be nice.
I wore both.
Huh.
Hey.
Hey, so many people get a hang up about that. I never understood why.
I don't know.
Especially
Some
the princess's
girls really
dad.
some girls really liked when I wore the boys' uniform.
Well, the princess liked where I am, so. Yeah. Teach their own. Not a big deal. And hey, it's not a terrible idea, but
If we think it could get us something, then sure.
We don't exactly know the servant that we're looking out for in that direction, though from what we have seen, we can very well, I guess, rule out a couple of them. If there's somebody there gradually taking in energy and nobody's noticed anyone, well, getting taken too much of, we can assume it's not Berserker. Berserker would not have a limiter to how much they would take. They might not even notice if they killed someone taking all their energy. Looking at Ami, clearly imagining it. Yeah, I bet. Right, on topic. Notice any birds? Birds? Around the school? Not really. I mean, less since the war started, but there are still the occasional bird that would come by. If you're looking for birds, I can tell you a good place you'll find them, though it's relatively difficult. So probably not a scarecrow at the school. Not that I've seen.
well, we can scratch that one off. Whatever the fuck that one's supposed to be.
Likely, if that one is assassin like we thought of, it would be relatively difficult to find them with their presence concealment. Yeah, one of the assassins is a scarecrow and seems to be the only birds around here for whatever reason. Now that you mention it, I guess most of the birds I have seen anywhere in the city have been crows.
Seems weird that they would flock around a scarecrow.
That's a pretty common trope. Like scary things. It's the dread.
Opposite of what it's designed to do. So
it's very funny. It's also despite the dread of a thing we usually assume will keep things away, being what is like commanding and drawing them towards it.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Irony makes it spooky or something.
Nikolai would excel on the high school basketball team.
Yes, he would.
Just get him a gym uniform, put him in the sports team.
Salutations, I am no student of high school age. Where is cafeteria?
Oh my god.
Hello, fellow kids.
Oh, do you do fellow students that should definitely be here? Yes, I am 14. I'd like to be on the basketball team.
I am 15 years of age.
Just like everyone here.
Just like everyone here. Tattoos? No, it's
Meanwhile, the youngest
temporary.
Meanwhile, the youngest person here is probably 18.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And still thinks they're a freshman. Either way, again, going to the school first might be interesting, especially since we now have someone on the inside. But until we understand what servant it is, it could be dangerous.
I mean, anywhere we go is gonna probably have some servant danger involved at this point.
I would be hoping that we could get you stronger first, before we encounter any true servants. The fact that
we go about doing that?
I thought that was explained already.
I forgot.
Or at least
out of character.
I forgot. Leave me alone.
I didn't want to think about it.
Thinking hurts my brain.
Go ahead and keep talking, Miru.
Miru?
Yeah,
Oh no, that's it. She was just like, I thought we already talked about that.
Okay.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm actually trying to remember if Ruler was like, yeah, we don't have to worry about that. I don't remember if Ruler was being all shy about it either.
That wasn't something that they were incredibly shy over. They did mention whenever they look over toward all of you. As I mentioned before, there are several ways of getting a servant stronger in different aspects. Giving them magic is one thing, so as long as the magic sources you find around the area, as long as they end up helping one of you, it should also help with Actdown's, did not say Actdown, with Stray's growth. There is also the idea of doing what the others have been apparently doing, finding a place, claiming it, and taking the magic that is inside of it for your own. There is forging stronger connections with your masters, potentially could allow for a stronger sense of magic transfer between you. Finding phantasms around the city and either absorbing them or using them for your attacks obviously could potentially give something forth.
Wasn't it you? He looks over to blonde girl whose name I cannot recall.
Aka?
Yes. Wasn't it you that said that there's still a lot of energy around under the bridge?
There is, yes. The fact that that bridge is still giving off anything since you guys had destroyed the assassin servant that was there is interesting. But yes, that place basically makes it well enough for us to be able to talk without getting interrupted. Though now that this place is here, I doubt that's needed.
Would it be possible to go there and take that energy?
I believe that'd be a good thing, yes. Ruler looks over towards you. Depending on the energy there, one or both of us could be enhanced. I don't know what assassin might have left there, but the idea of taking whatever is there for our own would be able to increase our ability, at least somewhat. I don't know why it hasn't been claimed by the others, but perhaps it's because they can't. Since we are outside of that grail, perhaps we can.
Yeah, no idea.
I'm a little suspicious it's being watched, but yeah, it could be worth a shot, lacking other options. At the moment, we have the element of surprise. No one's gonna know that me and Stray exist. Unfortunately, what just happened today may have tipped them off, so the sooner we go and collect that energy would be the better. I can't assume they have a trap laid out for us yet, but seeing that there was a fight and Stray's abilities might have been on full force shown, we can only assume that if we wait too long, there will be someone there guarding it. Okay, let's go.
Okay. It stands up, I guess.
Just like that?
I mean...
If you're worried about it being guarded, yeah, I believe that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels silly not to go right now, right back when we're just there.
It feels silly
to go right back. But next best time is now.
Yeah.
I will remain here. Though, honestly, if it is a strong enough power, perhaps me going would be better. I don't know, though. Is there a problem with you not going? If I go, I might be able to absorb some of the magic that's there, and both me and Stray could get a bit stronger. But if I leave and am seen, then it could be getting rid of the surprise that may give us a bit of an edge for later. I would like to get stronger, but I will leave it up to all of you, if you think I should go with you or not. If I can, then I will get stronger. If I can't, then I will at least keep them guessing about what's going on here. I think you should come. If it's a trap, we're screwed if they just get us either way. If we're taking the risk, might as well push it. Is that
Makes
what all the
sense to
rest of
me.
you think as well?
Mm.
Yeah, makes sense. Fuck it.
There is strength in numbers, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
You guys gather up together. As you do, the 7 of you gather up at the front of the area. There is nothing to take you anywhere, but you guys are able to get going on the map at this point. I will add on to your guys's little movement tokens. We will put a ruler with you.
Nice.
At this point, you guys will be moving toward the bridge. Upon going toward the bridge, we will have to roll one more time for any kind of thing to potentially show itself. Show yourself. Anyway,
You really can't help yourself.
I know you're watching me.
I also want to pass Myru the feather.
Yeah, definitely. Miru, as you do find the feather that was the one they found on top of the bridge is passed over to you.
What do you want me to do with this? Sniff, sniff.
Hiff, 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 hiff. And worst case, I can call in a favor. I missed that one, my bad. Sniff, 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 sniff. Miru, actually.
I want a sniffer.
Roll me-
I want a sniffer
roll-
with the heifer and the heifer.
roll me experience while you're hiffing at it.
You want a sniffer with the heifer and the biffer and the tiffer.
I noticed you bring up
Heifer.
angels a bunch, so here.
Oh, that's a 1.
That is a 1. I
Unless
believe
I say re-roll it. I can't do that.
I believe you have a fleeting from earlier today. I'm scrolling up to see.
Time for you to rewrite fate.
You do
Fuck
have you do have a fleeting from earlier today.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll use it. I'll see what happens.
And you just got another one.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a 16.
Hey.
well, there's a 16.
And you just got another one. 2 more, please.
Oh God.
Go, go,
19?
Go,
19
19.
again.
And let's see what we get here.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it flew away. Nat 20, let's go.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Miru,
She just, you just see, she starts hiffing, and then she's just like, and then her eyes dilate, and then her freaking pupils constrict and dilate. Yep.
you recognize this as a phantasm of sorts. However, as soon as you start hiffing it and you start looking into it, you get a flash of a scene in your head, similar to whenever you had got that flash of a scene when you picked up the spear thing before in the forest. As you grab this one, however, you find that the one that you see is seemingly a summoning ritual of sort. You find that there are a few people surrounding a circle for summoning, and you see that what appears to show itself is some kind of a cherubim or angel or something of some sort. A small boy seemed to have rose up from whatever summoning this was. At which point, you take note that the one that apparently had summoned them seemed to be very happy, seemed to be very good with their summon. They seem very assured of their victory. However, you also see that as soon as the summon completes, they are stabbed in the back. The one that's with them seemed to have killed them, whoever had summoned this person. At which point, that person seemed to have forced / made a contract with that servant in their stead. This appears to be a feather of a angel from that might have been summoned in a previous war. I'm pretty sure you know the scene I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, no. If you said it was just like I know of an angel from the previous war. I wasn't sure if that was gonna go through, and then you said previous war and stabbed in the back, and I think I know.
You don't get much else beyond that, but if you do have any other memories beyond that, but if you do have any other memories of such a thing, you can go ahead and have access
Oh,
to
I have
those.
tons of memories of those of that war.
Again, things would be just like in all the other wars. Things would have happened in a slightly different way with slightly different things, yada yada. But just about anything you say, I'll probably disagree to.
Oh, divinity. From the heavens themselves, what the archives say is true. This is of an angel, but this shouldn't be here. This should be from almost 100 years ago. That is the memory within this object.
As I had mentioned to you all before, with my power, I'm able to bring form to those stories. The fact that I'm here means that those vessels, those phantasms of the past, can show themselves.
I see.
You know of it then?
My father's archives. The Second Holy Grail War of Uyuki.
Tosaka.
And in Tosaka,
Yeah, sorry.
Savior.
Savior.
What kind of name is that?
It's not a name. It is a container.
It is an alternate container for the war, one that may show itself if certain containers are either lacking or forced. Interesting.
A family deemed to summon the power of God himself and brought forth an angel through summoning. But they were betrayed that same instant. Their betrayer stole their servant and came to Tosaka City. They lost.
Someone had the power of an angel on their side and they lost. These wars are something else. I didn't even think something like that could be a high power familiar.
A lot happened, according to the archive.
Wow. But yes, you now have information on that feather. One thing that you will gain from having information on that feather is that the servant definitely was higher than A rank. You would find that this divine feather is actually an EX rank phantasm. For anybody who is unknown of what the different rankings would be, EX would be a special rank phantasm, not necessarily more powerful than A and S rank things, but with different things. It is a unique rank. Well, I imagine the angel didn't take too kindly to being bound to a betrayer, unless it was a very specific one.
It didn't care. Jovial.
Mm-hmm. While we are walking and talking on this, go ahead. What were you saying?
I don't know. I'm not sure what to think right now. Just
The fact that we know that this is from a war of the past means that it most likely is not something we need to think on for now. But it is a powerful ability for us to use, potentially. Noted. Angels are bastards. The flock takes after the shepherds, after all. Bastards.
Oh yeah, because I think it probably censors it, but I have censoring turned
Yeah,
off.
I have censoring turned off as well. It's fine.
right. So
While you guys are walking and talking, I will roll a dice. but you continue.
You're right. We probably shouldn't have to think too hard about stuff that's happened in the past. We shouldn't affect us now, hopefully. And knock on something.
Beware of circus.
So I try, I guess.
Beware of what?
The circus. May it never come back to town.
Was there a particularly trash act that came by?
It was full of demons.
Yes, I know what a circus is, but we'll go with this one.
Exactly that. It was full of demons.
Oh, you're being literal. Okay. Yeah, that's probably bad.
As you guys make your way forward, you would find that there is an event that would go by, though not entirely active around you like it was last time. You would take note that as you guys are walking through the streets, there will be a large shift about you. As the large shift seems to happen, it almost feels like a minor earthquake of sorts. From what you can tell, it seems to be coming from the south. As it happens, you guys feel the shaking about you. None of you fall or anything of that nature, but it does seem to rattle quite a bit of you. Whenever it is doing so, it does seem to have your new guest almost lose their footing. But as she looks down over to it, not again.
This is normal.
There's something happening down at the stadium. It happens occasionally, almost once a week. Not entirely sure what's happening there, but the place is never good.
How tall are the buildings in this area?
You could attempt to make your way up to the top of a building if you'd like.
Yeah, I want to see if I can see what's happening over there.
You make your way up to the side of the building. As you do, you will find that a ruler will look over to you. Are you certain you want to see?
What reason is there to not?
Maybe I'm just being paranoid, being outside of the field and away from the vessel. I just wish to know. Do your best.
Will do.
You make your way up to the top of a building. As you do, you look over in the direction of the stadium. I would like you to please go ahead and roll me for your... It's really funny that this is the one that you always have to roll, but roll me for your luck.
God damn it.
It's extremely funny that this is the one you always have to roll.
It's like fucking Ronin all over again, but it's not just the backstory game. Roll these. Okay. Then let's see what's going on over here.
One, and roll me one more.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
11 and 19.
Okay.
Let me check on 11 and 19. That is so funny.
Yeah.
You find that's so funny. You find whenever you look over toward the stadium, there is a large creature over at the stadium. You see what appears to be in the center of the stadium, what appears to be a fight happening from far off. You're not able to get the extreme details of the humanoid figure in the fight, but you see what appears to be, and this again, very funny, you see a large boar.
Wait a minute. I know that thing.
Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck are you doing here?
I know that asshole.
You see what appears to be a large boar fighting some kind of a humanoid figure inside of that place. Music is way too calm for that. Give me a second.
Yeah, I think he. I mean, we already rolled for it, I assume, but like he would try to make out the details of the person, probably not being able to.
Where's the hype at? We'll go to hype music. We'll do this one. No. Anyway, you try to make out the person?
I mean, he would try. I don't know if we just rolled for that or not.
We did just roll for that. That being said, if you would like to stay up there for a little bit longer, we could have you roll one more time.
Sure.
I'm trying to find, because I took away some of the music that I usually use for like the things. I don't want to go to a battle theme, but it looks like I'm gonna have to go to a battle theme. We're gonna go to Clash. I like it. Anyway, as you're watching this person fighting, go ahead. You just got a heroism, so I'll give you that as well.
Oh, cool. Not really useful for luck rolls.
Not amazingly useful. Not amazingly useful.
But I appreciate it nonetheless.
That's a +1. You have a +2 currently, and 2 fleetings.
Sick. Thank you.
Oh my god. We're 2 more times. See if you get a 20. Quick question: would Ami have snuck around before in a similar way to be vaguely aware of this too? When it comes to the stadium, it happens around once a week, but that doesn't mean that you're necessarily always around that once a week. Also, the stadium itself is very large, so you would have to be on a position like where Actaeon is now to be able to look into it. And the fact that I'm giving it to him is because of the archer eyes, so he can be at a far enough way and be able to see inside. So unfortunately, I'm going to say no for Ami, but you would have seen some things about the stadium that I can tell you later. So 19 was the highest.
Yep. So that's a 21.
There are some other things that would happen around the stadium. We can talk about that you would have potentially seen.
Oh,
not you.
Oh, you mean for Ami, right?
Yeah. Currently, from what you can tell, the humanoid's figure that seems to be doing this, it was 11, right? Yes. You would find that the person that is currently fighting them appears to be some kind of a spearman. As they are jumping about and seemingly attempting to take a upper hand over this creature, you would know upon seeing it that they are faring a lot worse than the group that you had had go and fight it, which is saying a lot since you had an entire battalion of people going at this damn thing.
The fact that he's still alive, or
the fact he's still alive is very good. Like, good job, buddy.
Relatively, like comparatively, doing pretty fucking good.
You would see that the spearman would be relatively all right in doing things. But unlike you and unlike some people who might have been about, they don't seem to have the knowledge of the boar's weaknesses, nor the ideas on how to go at it. As they seem to be trying to strike its flank, trying to strike its head, nothing is really holding in with this. Eventually, you do find that the boar itself is able to overpower them. It does seem to stomp down on top of them. And when you do note that they almost look as if they are completely broken, you see that the boar seems to charge back up onto its hind legs. He jumps from where he's laying, seems to attempt one final strike at the creature, but the boar is too much. It seems to shake its head, hit them with a tusk, and you see the one wielding the spear or lance get thrown from the stadium.
Oh, from this whole stadium.
Oh yes. every time this thing seems to slam down, you feel the earthquake happen. That one small quake that you had felt before. This thing is powerful and potentially more powerful than it was whenever it was in your time. Which again, it's probably bad.
Yeah, very much. Well, he's no Atalanta, that's for sure. Okay.
As they get knocked from the stadium, you would find I'm gonna put this over here so I can use it in a second. I'm gonna roll a d6.
Just lands on top of us.
It'd be funny. It would probably be at that point. That's funny, actually. It does not land on top of you.
Holy fuck.
You see
when you
this
said out of the
person.
stadium, I imagined like here.
You see this
like
person
across the
get
city.
launched. You see them get fucking launched as you see them fall into what appears to be a building off in that direction. And unfortunately, with your sight, you can no longer see them after they hit said building.
Wow, that sucks to be you, bud.
Lancer luck, man.
The Lancer luck.
Dude had a spear, I'm just saying.
It's true.
Most likely, from what you were looking at, that did not feel like something like you had seen back at the bridge. That was not a full-on servant that was there.
That was just like a warrior.
That was a warrior, yes.
Okay. He will hop down after seeing all that. Does the boar just kind of hang around?
The boar seems to, after it has done that, looks for a moment as if it is looking to almost rampage some more, but you do see several people jumping down from the stands and seem to be throwing ropes over top of it.
Okay.
As if they are subduing it, potentially for use again later.
Interesting, that's all it takes. All right.
When I say some ropes, I mean this thing is like getting cocooned in ropes.
Okay.
This
Gotcha.
thing has like at least like several dozen people throwing ropes around it.
Gotcha. Yeah, he'll hop down then. Rejoin the
I
group.
assume we kept moving because it would be easy for him to spot us and catch up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, he'll catch up.
You guys find that that Stray has jumped down as to where you guys are once again. You guys have been walking with Ruler just to make sure that you guys can get this trip as quickly done as possible. But as Stray comes to join you,
Hey, I'm back. You took your time.
Yeah. So, I don't know how, but they have the Caledonian boar in there?
I'm sorry, the what?
A giant boar that was from my time.
I'm gonna assume that right before that was said, catch anything interesting, because Ami's like, catch anything interesting? And I didn't say it immediately, and then it's like, oh, Caledonian boar.
Yeah, giant boar, super sharp spikes, can breathe lightning and stuff. It's pretty crazy.
That's true. I should have had him breathe lightning.
The fucking pig breathes light. Okay.
You know what?
That's
I'm
nice.
changing the past. Whenever it got launched, it did not get launched from being hit with a tusk. It got launched from this thing breathing lightning at him. Because that's a lot more tragic for them.
That's, yeah. Fucking toast.
You guys would have heard just a deep, like
launched him
boom.
and then lightning breathed in disrespect.
Disrespect lightning breathe after.
Yeah, so there was a guy fighting it with a spear. Didn't seem like a servant. And then he got just obliterated.
Again,
and
the
launched
fact he
across
was
the city.
the fact he was doing anything was good, but yeah, that was
Yeah.
not a serpent.
Doing really well for one guy, but
Okay, so some dude, they have a demon boar in the stadium. Cool.
I don't
Nice to
know how
know.
they even did that.
Ami, like
Can
I mentioned,
animals be summoned?
like I mentioned before, you would have noted that when it comes to things you'd have seen around the stadium, you would have seen that there have been several caged animals brought into there before. Nothing like a gigantic ass fucking boar, but regular animals. You would see that what appeared to have been like dogs, cats, fish at some levels. You would see that like some farm animals, things of that nature would have been brought into there. Demon boar is an understatement.
Sounds it.
Like, I knew they had a bunch of caged beasts, but that's a whole other level.
Oh. Can animals be summoned in this fucked up war?
That's what I'm wondering. Can they?
Technically, yes. Though
That's fucking crazy.
it would have to
What?
it would have to have been an impressive animal. The Caledonian boar would have been a good candidate for something like that. I believe in a previous war, a animal was summoned, though from what I understand of it, at least from what my master said, they actually looked to Miru as if like to confirm.
Moo.
From what I understand, it was Minotaur.
Moo.
I mean,
I don't think a minotaur is an animal.
I think that I might be mixing up my stories here, but I'm pretty sure the Caledonian boar was once mortal, was once a person.
If that's all it
Technically, when
takes,
you
then
think-
yeah. Did it feel?
Technically, when you think about it, 2 animals were summoned.
Oh.
Hmm.
I've only
No,
heard
no,
of
no.
one animalistic servant. I know who you're
That's
talking
what
about.
I mean. That's what I mean by technically. The previous one was the Minotaur. 2 wars before that, it was the werewolf.
Oh, I thought you were talking about another one. I thought you were talking about a certain monster.
I mean, I guess the Loch Ness Monster counts too. Technically.
The what?
She never went back to Lake Loch Ness, and they never saw her again.
Freaking Nessie?
You know, I honestly have to believe you because it's too outlandish and it's coming out of you.
They created a new magic family somewhere in Tosaka.
I don't know anything about the Loch Ness Monster family, but if it's a
You're not
magic
supposed
family,
to.
then they fucked Nessie? Nightshade. Isn't that kind of interest? I'm playing.
God damn it.
Oh, sorry.
You fucking goober.
I
Either
don't know
way,
if I
at least
should give the name of the family.
What'd you say?
I don't know if I should reveal the name of the family.
It's up to you. It could be useful to see if we can find them. If I know the name, I can maybe find the estate.
Yeah, I can go get a fishing rod. I'm trying to dredge them up out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
She's just twiddling her fingers now, thinking about it.
Hmm.
Or don't. I mean, it's your choice.
I'll let this decide.
Pulls out her box of cigarettes, closes her eyes, pulls one out. Hold on, let me roll a die.
You doing odds or
Odds or
evens?
evens.
Yeah, hold on. If it's Candy, she'll tell the truth.
Which side is Candy?
Candy will be evens. Real will be odds. So
Okay.
someone call odds or evens.
I mean, if it's, I mean, at the very fun, you already said if it's evens, it'll be candy, right?
Well,
reason to
like
call it.
that. Well, okay. I don't know what I just did then.
Go ahead and roll.
She's letting it be. She's letting it decide by the cigarette. If she pulls out a piece of candy instead of a cigarette, she'll tell the truth.
Mm-hmm. And you said that would, and the candy would be evens. So roll. If it gets evens, you'll tell the truth.
All right.
It's an odds. You'll tell a filthy lie.
It's odds.
No.
No.
Understood. If we do need the information, maybe we can ask again later.
Maybe.
You fucking magic 8-ball now. Probably again
Maybe
later.
someday.
What does that mean?
At the very least, it's good to know what's happening around there. Those earthquakes have been frequent.
Yeah, just a big pig.
Nessie
So-
didn't win.
Huh.
What'd you say, Mirror?
Nessie didn't win.
Nessie didn't win.
It sounds like they might have won a little bit. This is-
Well, I mean, absolutely, she got rolled. Or
No, it
railed.
doesn't say-
Railed.
she got rotated.
I'm going to guess that if it was that servant, it most likely have been a separate container as well, a different vassal than the normal.
If I say who won the war, no one will believe me.
Oh no.
I you know,
I'm curious.
maybe one day.
In a war with Angel's demon and the Loch Ness monster, no one could ever guess the victor.
Who was it?
Was it none of them?
Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
Fucking.
He just keeps walking. He just keeps walking. Yeah, I was right. It was none of them. See, I guessed it. ...
Just follows Michael.
Yeah. Almost Michael.
Love conquers all, Michael.
I don't care what love conquers.
No tragedies.
Oh, that's so funny. You guys will find your way, making your way, having learned of the things going down at the stadium, which again, you had got a feeling about before of like some kind of great magic or something of interest there. But as you guys make your way to the bridge and going toward the underside of it, I think we're going to end things off there for the night. Because we are at 3.5 hours. We are at 11:40. I believe that now is a good time to settle for the night.
Okay.
We've learned so many things. Things have learned.
I was
Learned
not
things.
expecting a fucking lore dive into the second grill.
It's really
Funny how
funny
things
that
work.
all of the things that showed up had to do with that war today.
That is fucking crazy. It's just like, wow, what are we gonna learn today? Oh, fucking the angel? Well, the group angels and demons? Okay, cool. Yeah, Nessie. Yeah, she was there too. None of them won. None of them won.
Romeo and Juliet. Don't worry about it.
The fuck you mean Romeo and Juliet won?
Right, Romeo and Juliet.
Uh-oh.
All right. Just walks away.
Yeah, that's the great thing too. And I think back on those wars. Technically, I won the first 2 girl wars.
Oh no! Before we end. Before we end, I
Pick
do.
up the skeleton spear by the by.
I'm going to assume that you guys
I
have
think that was
these.
Nikolai.
I'm going to assume you guys have the spear, the spearhead of that thing, because the spear itself would have been made of wood. Most likely
Yeah,
would have been
wood.
smashed by
Okay.
Nikolai. But yes, we can give the spearhead to Nikolai. Do-do-do-do. Anthony, get your ass back in here.
Huh? Oh, it crashed. Oh, shit.
Get your butt back in here.
Well, it's fucking... Give me a second.
Get your butt back in here. Don't you trail over here.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Look at them.
Adorable.
Look at them.
Did Aka get one?
Look at them.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I can't wait for the actual princes show up. Look exactly the same, and then Kreb makes a wildly different pose.
It's just the same one, just mirrored.
It's just mirrored. It's adorable. Look at that. Look at it.
Very funny.
Every time you would let someone go on the world map with us, Nico, it's gonna happen.
I love it. I love it so much. It's
do
so
love
good. I love how they're just like,
Yeah. Two wildly different energies for two people of the same group.
Kreb, it's amazing that you do this, and it's so crazy that you also sell those. And it's really interesting that people can go and get those at any point. Anyway, so
Low key, I might ask one for make one of Gorthos.
It's your totally not girlfriend who totally isn't upset you left her behind and totally isn't into you.
I'm so much older than him.
We literally called her auntie.
Like I said,
That's
I
like-
just look as young as I do.
And I'm just stressed. I've spent 17 years being a monster.
And you're a freak, so you're probably into that.
Can't believe
I'm not.
Michael's hag maxing.
I'm not. What does that mean?
We are going to end things here for the night. Hope you guys had a fun time. We will come back next time with finding out what
Definitely
is
like older women.
What?
We will come back and find out what is going to go down over at the bridge and potentially head off to a different section of the city to figure out exactly where the party would like to go and would like to investigate. So all that being said, if you have a question, until next time, guys. Like always, later days.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.